Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Taco Tuesday, and I could burn down the. I'm just kidding. Shout out to my guy, Risky Krisky, man. Gotta love the guy. And shout out to all the tactical turkeys. Bro, Dust, Fish, Jay, all you guys. Love y'all, man. Mad love. They actually had Jordan Vinro of JSD Supply, Patmos, Gideon, Gideon Optics, for you guys that don't know. Also, Eagle Shows, and he's also part of the DLD Machine Gun Ministries. So there you go. Just kidding. That's a joke. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So first off, I just want to say welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're going to jump in here shortly, but first, let's start by congratulating the first person in chat here, Key ASC, my guy, who is also a channel member. Congratulations, brother, and you, sir, are due at least one handshake or high five. Psh, congratulations. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, KAC is also a channel member, so I appreciate you, bro. Come on, PLA said first, who's also a channel member. Come on, PLA, my guy. The most creative name in the building. Thank you. Kurt 24, also a channel member. Turkey Invasion. I love it. I love it. And I was actually doing so for all y'all. I was looking back and I was seeing like people like DLD, what's up? I was actually putting a big shelf together because now I need to put all my ammo on a shelf because the last month has been intense, okay, when it comes to ammo. And we could talk about that too. And no, I wasn't just freaking out because what if I can never get it again? It was just time to buy ammo. Do you shoot? Yes. Do you plan on shooting in the future? Yes. Do you go to training events? Yes. Do you think that the government may be planning some fuckery with ammunition? Yes, absolutely. Do I think it's going to disappear? No, because I'm working with a few guys on DIY ammo. I'm just saying, don't tell anyone though. I certainly wouldn't say that live publicly. Kurt 24, my guy, also a channel member. Come on, PLA, channel member. John Crump live in the building. And if you guys don't see it, right back there is The Masters of Firepower, which is John Crump's most recent book. If you haven't gotten it, what's stopping you? Literally right now, tell me in the comments what's stopping you, or I will not continue this. I'm just kidding. John Crump live, my guy, great to see you. Also a channel member. Key ASC 80XR920, bro. Get this. So 80XR920, did you know that there are shadow systems frames for sale separately, and they're actually pretty reasonable? So I may go ahead and cop an XR920 frame, and then just kind of throw something special, something. Something special on top. We'll see. We'll see. Strike Industries. Those are my folks. 80XR920, also a channel member, my guy. And guys, for those of you that are here that don't know how we do things, what we do is we greet every single person, literally every single person. So if you ain't got time for that, then just take a few minutes, maybe go take a potty break. All right, then come back because we're doing this. All right. Not my name. What's up, brother? Another channel member. Appreciate you. T for Tejas, my guy. Great to see you. Also a channel member. DJ Play Nice in the building. What's up, fam? Another channel member. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal. I just love saying y'all's names. Y'all got the most creative names in the world. Great to see you. Also another channel member. And a lot of y'all are actually supporting, just like Fish was saying, right? They're doing patches and stuff like that. So you guys aren't just giving money, throwing away money at a creator. One of the things I'm doing, and I do appreciate, when y'all do super chats and stuff, that's cool. But I want to be able to give you guys something tangible that you can have. So one of the things I'm doing is I am selling LPKs, Glock LPKs, the Shadow Systems lower parts kits. And because Shopify tried to nuke my entire store, the DLD hardware store, where I sell jigs for P80s, the best jigs on the market, I'm just saying. They tried to can me when I put lower parts kits up there for sale. So they have to be sold on eBay. So if any of the mods out there have the eBay link, that'd be dope. They are performance grade parts for $59 shipped. I'm just saying, it's a good deal. Drew, brother, great to see you. Another channel member. Appreciate you. Zanti Misfit, what's up? Another channel member. DJ Play Nice Agorizer, what's up, fam? Another channel member. Appreciate you. Come out PLA, Kurt 24, T for Tejas, Mr. Z, great to see you. Feels like the 80s, like 80s night. Well, guess what? They keep hitting my channel now because this copyright free music is getting copyright claims, even though I did what they said and I put the artist in the whatever. Anyway, you know what? That song rocks. So you know what I'm gonna do every single time? I'm gonna drop that beat every single time. And I don't care because I don't care about money. I don't like money. I don't enjoy it. It's just one of those things that you unfortunately need to survive in this life full of consumerism, convenience, and communism. Moving along, as Armitage, my guy, did somebody else give away channel memberships? I'm seeing a bunch of channel members in here that I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Armitage, brother, great to see you. Also a channel member, my guy. I appreciate all you. Johnny Ba, what's up, Johnny Ba? Great to see you. Another channel member. Johnny Propane in the building. What's up, brother? Another channel member. Kurt 24, my guy, my guy. Flying Rich, great to see you. Also a channel member. Let's see who else we got. We got Johnny Ba, Armitage, Drude in Oregon. Oh, Drude in Oregon. Okay, that makes sense. That makes way more sense. Mark Tucka, bro, I appreciate you dropping the comment that you were watching the rerun of the live streams. I appreciate you. Let's see, Kurt 24. Shana Memba, great to see you. Man, Shana, Jason, Carbon, Kurt, all you guys, the ones that jump in and support at every chance they can. Like, you have no idea how grateful I am for you guys. I appreciate all y'all so much, for real. Whew, okay, sorry. All right, Agorizers, Anti-Misfit, Kurt 24, Live Life, another channel member. I appreciate you, my guy. Let's see. Welcome, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much. Look at that, man. This is beautiful. You guys are, I don't even need to do anything when I'm here. I just need to show up and talk. Look at that. Jason, my brother, great to see you. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Also, another channel member. Let's see. Mark Tucka, Mopka, Jason, Shauna, Armitage. Let's see. Hey, Rip Curl Readiness. What's up, bro? And we didn't finish that conversation. That's one of the things we are talking about tonight as well. Flying Ridge, Shauna, come out in PLA, Johnny Ba, Shauna, Flying Ridge, Kurt 25. Hey, Kurt, bro, thank you, man. You are the man. I appreciate you. Flying Ridge, Jason, Key, ASC, another channel member who you were first, right? I know it's been a long time. It's been like 4 minutes. John Crump Live, Flying Ridge, Jason Ewing, Gordon, what's up, brother? I need a potty break, Dark. I know I'm a little behind. Forgive me. ADXR 920, Kurt 24. Hey, Gort, my guy. What's up, brother? Great to see you. Mark Tucker, Kurt 24, ADXR, Johnny Barr. See, now I'm saying my R's. Gort, Flying Rich, Mark Tucker, Mop, John Crump Live, Z. Hey, and look at that, John Crump. Thank you for the super duper chat. Is the moon bigger than Earth? Bro, when you sent me that video, I was like watching in disbelief. Now, again, I was putting a shelf together when you hit me up, but bro, this chick literally, like, you could smell her brain burning through the video because she could not imagine that this man telling her that the earth was small, or that the moon was smaller than the earth. She couldn't fathom that. She was like, no, are you, no, it's bigger. It's bigger than it's just far away. Bro, it hurt me to watch that. But it was a great laugh. I'm not gonna lie. I watched it a few times, and it wasn't because she had massive. I'm just saying I watched it because it was funny. Okay, let's go back through. Armitage, Key ASC, Gordon, where's Senor Bob? Too many choices. What's up, brother? Another channel member talking about 9mm again. I know. We don't do that whole 40 thing here. And I think that one round of 40 that I kept up here on my desk, that's got to go. It's got to go. We can't do this anymore. All right. Can't keep meeting like this. I just keep it just in case, right? In the boog, if pops off and I just got to grab a gun and it happens to be a 40 cal, I just want to have one chance, okay? One chance to procure another firearm, likely somebody else's firearm. I'm just saying, I'm not going to use it for myself. That's what the chin gun's for. If you don't have a chin gun in your kit, get it together, bro. You're tripping. Armitage, ADXR 920, too many choices. Johnny Baff, Flying Rich. Oh my God, I'm so behind in chat. Too many choices. Rip Curl Readiness. We're going to talk about you. Don't worry. Drew Agorizer, also channel member. Moon Girl votes with both cheeks. All four. We also got our honorable mentions. We got Joe Morris in the building. We got Vanessa Kitty here. Great to see both you guys. Nate D, what is up? The moon is flat. Can't tell me different. All right. Sport Brain, what's up, brother? One of our favorite mods. Great to see you. Damian Christ, my brother in Christ. Great to see you. Let's see who else we got. Vanessa K, Sport Brand, Ready Got Y'all. M. Gabriel, what's up, my guy? And P38 Wilberto. Great to see you. Let's see, Vanessa, Damien, Double X, what up? What up? Great to see you. Warsaw, what's up, Warsaw? Oh, and you know what, Marine Gun Builder, my bad. I forgot to call you back, Marine Gun Builder. We were supposed to talk. My fault. Been a crazy day. Been a crazy day. And I'm finally like getting all my ammo and my, my stuff over there together. And bro, you know what? I, I'm at a point where I'm looking at my like storage and I'm like, bro, the amount of ammunition I got, like how much until it falls through my second floor to my ground level? I don't know. And I know I've said that before. All right, so bear with me. But damn, like it's heavy. Okay. I also got all my inventory for DLD hardware in there. So yeah, it gets a little heavy. It's P89 and oh, I almost knocked over my drink. My drink. Okay, and Z, P38, Roberto, and Gabriel. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody, all you guys. Look, y'all know I love all y'all. We know JC9 is in the building. What's up? Rio Tactic. What's Oh, bro, by the way, I was scrolling through and I saw that I missed a message from you on IG. Did not do it on purpose. My bad. I will get back to you. Joe Morris, great to see you. And all you guys that I missed, man, sound off in there. Silverback, what's up, fam? Good to see you. John Rice, my guy, what's up? Appreciate all y'all coming in and hanging out. And let's go ahead and get started. And you know what? I talked to a couple people and I was like, hey, hold up. Did I see Cape? Hey, Cape, what's up, fam? Great to see you, man. Look at that. Everyone, show Cape some love. If y'all don't know who Cape is the, well, one of the hosts for Out of Battery Live. I actually went on their channel a little bit ago and it was a blast, man. Had them, or no, sorry, they came on my channel a little bit ago. You guys probably saw them. They are the Out of Battery podcast. And I think I had, you know what, probably one of the coolest stickers in the world. If you guys don't know, make sure you go check out Out of Battery Live and show some love to people like Danny Meatballs and all the guys over there. All right, show them some love. So go subscribe to Out of Battery Live. It's a great place where you can learn all of the 3D print stuff. Okay, for all you guys that are still tweaking with your Ender 3s and all that, learn what to upgrade to, learn what machines to go to, learn what filament to run, or whatever's best for you, right? But really cool shit. And they're discussing bounties. Okay, they're discussing bounties for the growth of their own community, of which they truly get nothing back in only in like love and enjoyment. They're giving bounties out. So they're saying, okay, if you can at home create in a space that, and Cape, let me know if I'm butchering this, okay? But if you can at home find a way, because we've been able to 3D print firearms, we've been able to develop some pretty crazy shit, but most of what we do, aside from a few, projects, most of what the community has been able to achieve is still requiring the use of firearm parts, which are only available in the United States. Now, if you're based and if you're super based, then you want people to be able to build DIY guns outside of the United States because they're literally living in tyranny. Okay. And there's some places that are literally their lives are counting on things like the FGC 9, uh, some mysterious FGC 9 carbine version that we've never seen that's a fucking machine gun, like fire, love it. 3D printed launchers and crazy stuff they're doing over there. But we've been able to ECM barrels, which is a way that you can, using electricity and wire, rifle a barrel like a 9mm barrel. But our community hasn't been able to get we haven't been able to find a way to do that same kind of thing with a rifle cartridge. Okay. And I'm just saying, if I could just throw this out here, hey, Bacon, how dope would it be? How remarkable would it be if somebody like a college kid in their dorm bathroom would be able to rifle a rifle cartridge barrel? So include rifling, that didn't include a press or a 12-ton press and all machines and lathes and mills and all that stuff. Like literally at the crib, be able to rifle a barrel that you could use for a 5.56 or a 7.62 or a 7.62 by 39 or 300 blackout or something crazy like that. EDM, yeah. No, but for real though, they're putting out bounties. They're literally willing to pay money if you can show a way that you can create a DIY barrel at home and do it in a way with the same spirit of like a sub $200, a $100 to $200 Ender 3, because it depends on if you can get the Micro Center deal or not. For a sub $200 Ender 3, almost anybody can print anything. So with the same spirit of people, developers, when they create something, right, when they develop a frame or a lower, or like the mac and cheese or the Orca lower, or shout out to Hoffman, my guy, anything like that, what they do is they develop it and then they say, okay, how do I make certain that this is going to be, able to be printed on the most popular and inexpensive printer in the world, and then they kind of make sure that people can do that. So with that same spirit, what can you do to create a rifled barrel and that accepts a rifle cartridge that you could use in conjunction with a DIY 3D printed firearm? Anyway, they're posing dope questions like that to the community to kind of push us to you know um barrels aren't as hard as you think, Joe. Are you saying that like barrels aren't as hard as you think, Joe? Like, are you talking to somebody specifically? I don't know. No regulated parts allowed for that prize. Yeah, yeah. Let me go back. I probably missed some stuff because I'd be talking. Yeah, you nailed it, DLD. We are finalizing the rules right now. Current bounty is at $1,000 US dollars for dorm room intermediate rifle barrel with chamber. Dang. Okay, that is dope. So for anyone out there, I know I get like blown away at the caliber of people that are in this chat. Okay. Right now we got 62 people in here. So statistically speaking, we have at least 6.2 federal agents and we have at least like 10 rocket scientists. Okay. So sorry, that's funny. Okay, so a lot of times I end up talking to people that hit me up on Instagram or email or whatever, and they're like, "Yeah, well, I'm a neurosurgeon," and I'm like, "What? Like, dude, I left high school at 15. What are you doing listening to me?" Anyway, it's cool because we kind of all learn things from each other. So that's the point of a community. So that's dope that you guys are doing that. And I know people out there. I know people out there, and don't even you don't need to communicate with me at all. You can communicate with them. You can communicate with Cape or Danny or any of the guys over there. And just if you have a way, go collect that bounty and do your thing, because we need to push what we're doing to the next level. Doing what we've done in the time that our community has done it is incredible, okay? Like, remember what 3D printing was like 3 years ago, 5 years ago, shit, even before bamboos, right? And look, bamboo's not the end all be all. I'm just saying they've come a long way. Printers have come a long way, not bamboo. Well, they have too, but anyway, let me back up. So look at the last 5 years and look at how we have grown as a community. There are people out there that need you to take your engineer brain, your neurosurgeon brain, your weatherman brain, your whatever you do, right? Find a way to do this, earn the bounty, and change the face of private modern firearm building for the rest of forever, okay? Sorry. I get into it. And no button rifling. Barrels are hard. Barrels are hard, yo. That's nice. No regulated, excuse me, no regulated parts allowed for that prize. This is something you literally would have had to be able to build in Nazi Germany in a bathroom, a small bathroom, a beer cellar. No, those are big. A very small bathroom in Nazi Germany. Okay, we'll say that. All right. Uh, so John Crump is actually he's got the blue check on Instagram. I believe it is the official John Crump. Um, and anybody that's looking for his book out there, show him some love. You can get it on Amazon, Kindle, and all that stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and catch up here. My bad. I'm way, way, way back. Oh, dang. How did I get that far? Um, at least one math, but as well DLD. DLD After Dark. That's humble. What's humble? DLD is ammo above you right now. Do you need a helmet on? No, but I honestly do love the idea of storing shit on the ceiling because it's just unused space, right? Even right now, I got like a good 2.5 feet of unused space and it's bothering me, but I can't add another shelf on top because there's other shit there. So yeah, airplane crash expert count. If you can do it, absolutely. And I would expect, Rich, if you did first off, Rich, I've seen you work. I know the shit that you can do. You can do this. Like you can find a way. It doesn't matter if the blast chamber or if the chamber is the size of a soda can, okay? You can do this. You can make it work. Even if you did okay, Cape, would it b Kate, do you wanna come on? You're welcome to come on. I was just gonna have a chat, but, you're welcome to come on. I'll shoot you the link. But, look, I think it's important to kinda and it would just be the rough draft, right? But, to kinda have a conversation about, like, what exactly the bounty means, even though I just kinda briefly covered it. But, Rich, I've seen you work, and I've seen you do a lot of crazy things, some I won't talk about, you know what I'm saying? But, man, yeah, it is. It's up $500 from the original announcement. Facts. M. Gabriel, great to see you, by the way. Vanessa Kitty, all you guys, great to see you. John Pauly, John Pauly, I'm just a welder. Dude, that's your thing. Metal. Metal is your thing. I'm a Neuro 2 surgeon. Is that how you say it? Neuro 2. I'm a Neuro 2 running surgeon. Let's see. Um, oh, nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's the Masters of Firepower book by John Crump on Amazon. I know I don't mix with them. I'm just saying. Silverback, great to see you. Constitutional Carpenter, Senor Bob, there you are. Great to see you. L, F, and G, my guy. All right, let me get focused. I'm happy to hop on. Let me turn on my desktop and put on my pants. Okay, let me do this real quick. So I was actually having a conversation with a couple folks and about coming on with me, and I was like, you know what? Let me just do this. Let me just do this solo. I haven't talked to you guys in forever because a lot of times what happens is when I have guests on, we don't really get to talk as much, you know. And obviously, Kate, I'm more than willing to have you on. I think it's awesome, and it's something we don't get to do too often. But um, don't worry, guys, because tonight I just shot you the link on Instagram. Because tonight we are going to spend a little bit more intimate time together. Yeah, I know. Okay, so let's go. Yes, rifled barrel on the cannon. Well, be very aware of the federal rules, regulations, restrictions, and ordinances and sanctions and all that. Let me turn my ooh, let me turn my desk up a little bit. Look at that. Crank desk, baby. Crank desk. Y'all remember Crank High Voltage 2? That shit was fire. All right. Electrochemical still requires a lathe to drill the bore. Hold on. ECM? What? Oh. You're saying okay. So if if there is if there's a way to maybe find a way to work around certain things that maybe in other countries, I'm sure they could find power tools or uh, a drill or obviously a drill is not going to get you through a 16-inch barrel, but whatever it is, there's got to be a way that we can, maybe look at what kind of hardware stores are in the UK and maybe kind of browse through their products and then kind of work from there. I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas, right? Um, during Prohibition, did the mafias care about gun regulation? Fudge, no, bro, absolutely not. Shooting Gallery, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Shooting Gallery FL. Love it. Love it. Let's see. Gort, we got Rumble Vulcan. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Tech Money. Tech Money. Bro, Tech Money, also a channel member. Great to see you. And bro, Tech, I saw what you typed in the other chat that life's kicking your ass right now. And you know what, man? I feel the exact same way. If you guys had known what has happened in my life from the beginning of August to today, and I don't want to do a big pity party, right? But I just want to be honest with you guys. Y'all would be like, yo, DLD is going through it, right? And I just want y'all to know, remember, every time I end a stream, what do I do? I go through the same three things that I say every single time are: one, it's so important to be kind. This is rule number one, to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief moment, and no, for everyone coming in right now, it's like 10 people just joined. I'm not closing the stream. Okay. I'm just saying my thing. All right. It's so important to be kind. Damn. And when I don't do it at the end, it feels different. um, that brief little moment that you have with somebody else, it could have a massive impact on their life. So be kind, right? Rule number two, live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed. A hand that's open to give is open to receive, right? Rule number three, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence, make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be. Now, I say all those things to say this: be kind and live a life of care, compassion, contribution, but also be a mofo that's ready to open somebody's throat in 2 seconds if you need to. Now, with that said, I am caring and compassionate to your current situation. And Tech, I just want to give you, if I can give you some positive energy, some motivation, some inspiration for all of us to just say that, like, we are with you and you're not the only one going through challenging times, bro. I got you. And I'm here with you, man. You can hit me up anytime you want to talk, brother. I got you. And dang, Key ASC just gifted 5 DLD After Dark channel memberships. Holy moly, bro. Key, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Show him some love and show Tech some love in chat, you guys. Thank you. And guys, wouldn't you know it? Guess who's backstage? We got your boy Cape from Out of Battery. What's up, bro?
Yo, one sec. My
Yeah,
my audio settings are messed up and I can't hear you.
yeah.
Uh
Just
uh
just give me a hand when you come back. You're good. Let's see. Two up, two down. What's up, brother? Great to
no.
see you. Appreciate you. Ron Bayer,
That's not good.
my brother. Good to see you. Let's see. Constitutional Carpenter. You know what? Constitutional Carpenter. I don't know if I greeted you, but my bad, brother. Also a channel member. Appreciate you. Gray Gunner. What's up, brother? Great to see you. Johnny Barr. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? No? No? Okay, no problem. Let's see. And two up, two down. Shooting Gallery, my guy. Great to see you. You're good. You're good. Um, oh, he was typing in here. He t- my bad. He typed, "Can you hear me?" And I'm sitting here running my mouth. Okay, let's see. Two up, two down. Nate D. Nate D, we love you. Noya Gun Guy. What's up? Is it Noya or Nola Gun Guy? What's the appropriate thing? Toy Town Inc., my guy, great to see you also, gentlemen. But I had a bad day. Today was Be Kind Day at school, and my daughter gave me a Be Kind sticker. Dang, that's awesome. Cape, what's up, brother? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Okay. What's up, dude?
That is a beautiful thing. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I
Yeah?
uh I think I'm starting to get sick, which kind of sucks, but
Dude,
otherwise good.
I literally today I found myself amount around like a few, dudes at the office, and I'm like sniffling and I'm like, "Oh man, I kind of feel like shit." Like that feeling in the back of your throat like the
Yeah.
day before you get sick. And then I start looking at everyone else and I see like this dude like sniffle and I see this dude that's like I'm like, "Oh shit, we're
It's
all
going
getting sick."
around.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
fucking contagion. I'm like, "No, I need to exit this room." So yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
So you and I don't know if it was just you, but I'll say you guys, the Out of Battery podcast. Jordan Vinro, brother, great to see you. I'm supposed to post a turkey in the chat, but I don't know how. It's a long story. Jordan, great to see you. Did a great interview on the Tactical Turkey Show. So great to see you come in. So I don't know if it was just you guys, the Out of Battery podcast, Out of Battery live show. You guys have a bounty.
Yeah.
Eh,
So sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, go ahead, go ahead. That I was just going to ask you to talk about it, and we actually happen to have exactly 69 people in here. So now
Hell
there's
yeah.
more people that probably didn't hear what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So please.
So the context for this is you know, the Out of Battery boys and myself have had this conversation in the background for a while where,
Mhm.
you know, back when the FGC9 came out and people, were putting into practice a lot of Jeff Rod's innovation with regard to ECM for the first time. It was like, oh, we are going to get intermediate rifle barrels very soon, right over the
Yeah.
horizon.
Mhm.
And that has not materialized yet.
Yeah.
And
Not even at
we,
all.
right.
Yeah.
And so we were talking, we're like, okay, is this an impossible problem, or are people just are most of the people in the community just happy to work on kit builds? And I
Yeah.
think right now the I'm more convinced of this now than I was when I said this on your show. Like,
Mhm.
was that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, something like
Um,
that.
in the intervening time, like last week on our show, I talked about the bounty, fleshed it out a little bit more, and
Mhm.
since then, multiple people have come forward and said, "Hey, whenever you post the bounty, let me know. I have an idea. I want to make good on this. I'm gonna win."
Oh,
Right.
no
So
way.
I I think there is a reasonable chance that someone actually materializes it. So this is the set of rules that we are working with right now.
Mhm.
It's got to be a bottleneck cartridge. Um,
So describe what you mean by that, because some people may be newer into the game. Probably
okay.
not if they're here, but let's just say.
So basically, there are a number of straight walled cartridges. So like Penrose was talking about how he wanted to do 350 Legend. And
Yeah.
on some level, a straight walled cartridge is easy because the chamber does not need to be shaped in a particular way. So
Mhm.
a bottlenecked cartridge, the sides of the cartridge itself taper up when it gets to the part that sort of encloses the bullet.
Yeah.
And so that adds a lot of complexity to how the chamber has to be shaped. And so we're like, okay, for this to really count, because we want, 762 NATO to be achievable. Yeah, exactly. 556 to be achievable, 300 blackout, 762 Soviet, etc. All these super, super important cartridges are bottlenecked. We're like, okay, if we want to make the prize the real deal, I think we have to exclude straight walled cartridges. So
Yeah.
as it stands right now, the rules are you've got to make a 12 to 24-inch barrel, length of your choice.
Okay.
It can be made out of any material you want.
So it doesn't
However,
have to be metal.
it does not have to be metal. However, you have to provide us documentary proof that you shot 200 rounds out of it.
That's right, the
And
200 round gauntlet. That's what
yeah.
you guys were mentioning, yeah.
And so at the end, if you can do that and you agree to open source the design, you will win $1,000, which is what we're starting the prize at, plus whatever any other people want to contribute to the prize,
Dope.
plus your ammo cost to hit 200 in whatever cartridge you choose.
That's right. That's cool too, that you guys are essentially reimbursing for R&D, you know?
There's a sort of second aspect which has evolved in the last couple of days, that I haven't worked out all the details on yet. But I think I want to do like a partial prize because there are a few people that have. I don't want to like reveal too much about their attempts, but
Yeah.
I think they have very interesting ideas that violate one of the rules or change the rule set slightly. And so I want to offer a partial prize that says, "Hey, if you can get, 80% of the way there and you publish the results and shoot 200 rounds, I'll
Mhm.
give you less money and pay for your ammo costs."
So yeah, so I think you're possibly right, Armitage, and the idea is not to have it live for only 200 rounds. The idea
Right.
is to the 200 rounds is like a proof of concept, right? Is that
Exactly.
okay?
Yeah.
So essentially, hey, Eagle Run, good to see you. And by the way, my bad, I overlooked this. Come out in PLA, member for 23 months. Holy
Hell
moly.
yeah.
Thanks, brother. Um, I think that and actually I have a couple questions about this. First off, what Danny was able to create on stream was just incredible.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
submission. He did what like a was it like 17 kilo PLA bear? He was joking, obviously.
Yeah, that was where the 200 round stipulation came from, because he was
Yeah.
like, "Well, you could make it out of PLA and shoot it once. I just won the prize." And I was like, "Okay, we have to set a minimum round count." Um,
Yeah.
that's one of those things I don't know exactly. I don't want people to have to film themselves for 200 rounds, and I frankly I think mostly it'll just be honor system show
Yeah.
video of yourself shooting a couple times.
Even if the video is just like literally the gun, right? With like wear yellow gloves and then do a video call with them and just show them yellow gloves or something. Like
Yeah.
we got to be using the honor system here. But look, these guys are, balls deep into the development of 3D printed firearms and DIY firearms. They're gonna know. So anyone out there that's like, I could probably like man against the masses. So here's the interesting thing. So if I shoot 250s out of a 12 gauge barrel, that's a firearm part, right? So we're
Right.
excluding any regulated parts, which are any firearm parts at all, right? Because if think of and I guess I'm using your words here, but it could potentially be misconstrued if the wrong ears get it. But a college kid in a dorm room bathroom needs to be able to make this in a
Right.
place where firearms are not
Exactly. And
permitted.
I think the way you said it before also works very well, right? Like you need to be able to make this in Nazi Germany, right?
Yeah.
Where you
Yeah.
can't get anything,
Yep.
right? That's the goal.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that that's kind of the biggest fear is that the overreach well, I'll speak for myself, but I think a lot of people could agree kind of what's brought a lot of us here over the past few years. I mean, some people longer than others, but like the fear of governmental overreach reaching into your life and removing your access to things that guarantee your freedom, even if it guarantees a fight to the death for freedom. It is your last line of defense, right? So imagine if you were in a world like using the Nazi Germany kind of concept. Imagine if everything was policed, if nothing was available, but if somebody right now could go do 3 minutes of research and find out what hardware stores are in the UK or Spain or Italy or anywhere, right? And find out what kind of hardware stores are there, find out what type of shit is it. And now I'm just kind of curious too, like what type of shit is available. There may be something that is a perfect candidate for something like this, just sitting on shelves somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah. So
Not
this
12 gauge
is
too,
yeah,
right?
right.
Okay, so we're specifically talking about necked cartridges.
That is correct.
Okay,
So it needs to be an intermediate or above bottlenecked rifle caliber.
okay,
Um, think 7.62 NATO 7.62 by 39 5.56 300 blackout. I think those are the four that I might just limit it to those four just to make it simpler.
mhm,
Because I think those are probably the four most interesting ones to aim for,
yeah,
at least, in the community as it exists right now. Those are the four
yeah.
that people would care about.
For sure. Well, and especially like looking at what people um, could potentially use, especially in the 12.5 to 24-inch kind of range. That is a battle capable rifle,
Yeah,
right? So,
100%.
yeah, I think that's a good kind of thing to shoot for. No pun intended. But um, it would kind of be because obviously shotguns are simple, right? It would. Well, let me ask you this. There's one question I forgot to ask. So let's say that this was something like envision something like the apple pie with a printed upper, printed lower, printed. There are a lot of options for printed AR-FCGs and things. If if somebody did something like a completely DIY apple pie with a DIY barrel that wasn't semi-auto, but you could essentially have a pump action 5.56 or 300 blackout or something, would that still be adequate?
Yes. I think the critical thing here is you can use the barrel as you want. It can be a single shot. You can be firing it by hand with a hammer if you want. The barrel just needs to survive, because if you can do that, if you can really prove that it can be done, you know, the Jay Stark and the deterrence dispensed people that worked on the FGC-9, they were running with ideas from Jeff Rod, right? Like Jeff Rod didn't work on the FGC-9. He just
Mhm.
showed, hey, you can ECM a 9mm barrel. And it
Yeah,
was from there, someone else was like, hey, we could make a whole platform around that idea that bundles everything together and makes it work. So that really is the goal here. We want the first step. And if you can do the first step, someone else might work out how to make it semi-auto
yeah.
or into an open bolt machine gun. Who knows?
Yeah. Because if you're already risking your freedom for
Right.
like, why not? You may cook the damn thing, but so okay. And by the way, Ron, what's up, man? So he says 357 sig. Is there a required minimum distance for the 200 shots? A necked rifle
Yeah.
cartridge.
Right.
Although I like where your head's at because people sleep on the 357 sig. I'm just saying, it's good stuff. Uh, Fish, good to see you, brother. Thanks for coming in. DLD is going to get a visit. Bro, I've been preparing for this for 2 years. I'm ready. I'm so ready. My house could not be more sanitized. Let's see, Grey Gunner, and anyone that tries and doesn't receive the Darwin Award gets honorary mention. That's you know what? That's a good point. If they
That,
got,
yeah.
like, everything but, one dang, KAC giving 5 memberships again. Holy shit, bro. Thank you so much. And
Hell
guys, give
yeah.
him a shout out and say thank you for whoever gets the memberships. Carbon Q, great to see you, by the way. So like you said, there's kind of honorable mentions. So if somebody hits every single thing except one, you'll kind of have like maybe some smaller prizes or something.
That's what I'm thinking. I haven't worked out all the details. I put up the a placeholder, so it's out of battery.live/bounties. That's where the final rule set will go, and there will be info on how to contact me if you think you've won, or how to contact me if you want to donate to the prize pool.
So
Um,
what are some things you would want? I think a lot of us here, including me, would love to contribute. Most of my stuff would probably be 80% related, you know.
okay.
But and I know a lot of dudes that print don't really fuck with 80s, and a lot of dudes that do 80s don't really print and whatnot. But oh, I don't know, maybe parts and stuff like that. You know
So
what? Throw in a Shadow Systems Glock lower parts kit from DLD. I'll
hell
throw
yeah.
that in there.
Okay. Send me a message about it, because tomorrow I'm not going to remember what
Yeah,
you said.
I got you.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Galoo, Mr. Galoo, great to see you.
One thing I wanted to comment about the Darwin Award thing is,
Mhm.
I think if you guys are doing research, right, where you're testing something that no one has ever done before, you have to be a lot safer than you usually are, right? Because
Yeah,
when you're building a platform that like dozens of guys betaed and were super careful about, they went through all the process of making sure that when it fails safely. And if you're doing the research, that is not true. So if you fuck up, you can lose your fingers or
yeah,
get killed. So you
yeah,
need to be very, very careful. When I said the hammer thing, maybe don't do that. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Do it from afar.
He was being facetious.
Yeah.
So, okay, I see some folks talking about this and they're bringing up some excellent points. So let me ask your thoughts on this, because you're a bright mind when it comes to CAD. I would say. So if you look at a 12 gauge slug, you're looking at a cylinder bore barrel. It is a smooth bore barrel, but the slug itself is rifled, and that's what gives it the spin. People are asking, would it be cheating if they find a way to manufacture or create or use whatever a smooth bore barrel, but they rifle ammunition? If it's possible to do in Nazi Germany or a a kid's dorm room bathroom.
So I like that idea a lot. I don't think you can win this prize with it, but
Okay.
I like that idea enough that maybe this is prize round 2
Yeah,
is
I would say run with it. If you're whoever thought of that, and that may have been Armitage or whoever it was, bro, you're thinking critically right now about something that is guys, this is serious, right? It's like
yeah,
this is the future of freedom and independence for the next generation, you know?
like on some level, right? The way I was thinking about this was uh, I can spend a relatively small amount of money. It's not an insignificant amount of money, but like
Yeah,
if it encourages someone to actually go and do this research and make it so that this tech exists open source forever,
forever.
that changes the world pretty significantly. It's
Yeah.
a pretty cheap price to pay to make sure that people can build intermediate caliber rifles forever.
Absolutely. I mean, look at the power of a community, right? We got like almost 70 people in here right now. Like, you guys know that, like, apparently, so take this example for a second. There was a guy that had assaulted a family, like a woman, a family in a car. I don't remember exactly what happened, okay? But I've only been told the story. Didn't see the video. Apparently, it was like a biker club, and the dude just like went ham, beat up like a woman, a family, some shit like that. Bad shit, okay? This maybe it was K-Pole, 4chan, whoever it was, I don't remember, but some dudes, like probably dudes like us, were like, "Well, fuck that. This isn't right. This is wrong. We need to find who this fucking asshole is." So they literally tracked him down. They watched the video thousands of times, and they basically couldn't find anything that was revealing about him, his outfit, his body, his tattoos, his eyes. They couldn't see anything, but they found his shoes. Okay, his shoes were unique. So what they did is they found a way to get to like the CCTVs in the surrounding area. They found a way to backtrack the same way that he went, the highway that he went on, and they watched through hours and hours and hours of CCTV, and they waited till they saw the right person wearing the right shoes, and they matched the wear patterns on this guy's fucking shoes when he was like jogging or walking one day down the same street, right? They reported him, the dude was arrested, and he admitted to the event. Okay. Remember Shia LaBeouf when he posted that
Oh yeah,
that
dude.
flight? They found that
They
motherfucker based on
found that.
stars.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Truly the
people can do
power of the
shit.
internet, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you get a bunch of people together who wanna solve the same problem.
Hmm.
People can work hard to solve a problem if they get
Yeah.
together and put their minds to it. So,
Absolutely.
I wanna see it happen. Please make my wildest dreams come true, guys.
Yes, absolutely. I think this is what you're doing is honestly, it's a big contribution to the community, but also it is the way to get people inspired, and also like people are going to talk about it, right? Johnny Barr, this is interesting. If you could spin the barrel, it wouldn't need to be rifled. Okay, my brain is trying to make that work. I mean, what if you fired a 5.56 down just a smooth bore? Is it just gonna fall on the ground, or like what happened? And I'm asking
So,
because I genuinely don't know.
I think the
It's
answer is
keyholes.
just gonna be significantly less accurate, and for
Mhm.
something like 5.56, the spin is gonna matter a lot for
Yeah,
how much distance you get out of the barrel, but,
yeah.
uh, I like the spinning barrel idea. That feels like it's way, way harder than the current task. But
For
if you
real.
can figure that out, I'll give you the prize. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if it still fits within the parameters that they've set, right? And look, I'm sure that things are gonna happen where you may need to make some changes or alterations. If somebody does something that's just, like, stupid and obnoxious, like, "Okay, dude,
Yeah.
clearly that's not what we were trying to do." You guys have to understand that you may need to be fluid, you may need to accept some changes, and if it shits on your idea, then sorry, but let's be reasonable here. This is you're literally just contributing most of your money, right? Or are other people contributing too?
As it stands right now, it is just my money, but a few people have
Yeah,
suggested that they will donate. So,
yeah.
um, on that front, my inclination is to just do it in a private cryptocurrency like Monero. What
Mhm.
do you think about that? Is that like too, in the weeds, or are people going to be down with that?
I think some may be down with it. I do think a large portion of kind of people in our world don't really trust cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Um, but I don't know. And you guys in chat, like, let me know if I'm like overthinking it. Um, So yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe like dealer's choice, right? Like maybe
Yeah.
if they want cash, if they want something else. But I look, man, I'll be honest. I think that kind of back to like the community piece of it, I do think that if you were to set up like a give send go and say, hey guys that are out there that don't believe they can do this, but are committed to seeing it done, throw in 10 bucks, 20 bucks. I would contribute to it, no question, right?
Hell
Because I
yeah.
want to see it done. And I think that you'd probably be very surprised to see how much, and you can even say, like, hey, I had a conversation with other people, and other people told me to do this, so I'm going to do it that way. It doesn't fall on you, you know?
Yeah.
I think that people would contribute to that.
Okay. Yeah. I'll look into that. I've never like done something like this. So I'm sort of making up a lot of this on the fly. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll
It's
definitely check
awesome though.
out Give, Send, Go. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Give, Send, Go is basically like a based GoFundMe because
Okay.
GoFundMe, if they learn that anything that you're doing is firearm related, freedom related, they literally take the money. Like we raised
Yeah.
over $150,000 for CRS Firearms for his legal defense, and they took the money and then they
They didn't
wouldn't.
even return it. They just pocketed it.
Well, they took it and they froze it, and then his attorneys got involved and they said they were literally like away from releasing it to every person that contributed. So they were saying they were going to give it back. Who knows, right? But they said they were going to give it back, and they said, okay, if we put it inside a trust that specifically says this is only to be used for legal fees, would you release it? And they said yes. So
Okay.
they ended up releasing it, but
Yeah.
it's there's still
Touch and
shit
go.
happens. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But Give, Send, Go, regardless of what the cause is, they will release payment to the individual every single day. So,
Okay.
or you could choose to just have them hold it or whatever. But I think it'd be a good idea. And if you want help doing it, I'll even set it up and just push it over to you. Or if you need me to do anything, I want to see this done. So,
Hell yeah. Yeah. Let's keep in contact about this because I
yeah.
want to see it happen real bad, dude.
For sure, for sure. Absolutely, man. Well, you're more than welcome to stay and hang out. Or if you want to hit the road, I totally get it too. So it's on
I
you, brother.
probably have to go hang out with the wife, but
That's a good idea.
thank you for having me on, dude.
Yeah, man.
Always a pleasure hanging out with you, dude.
Hell yeah, man. You're always welcome on. So hit me up anytime.
Cheers, dude.
All right, brother. Take it easy. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Uh usually you're right, Dark. Hold on. Usually you're right, Dark, but Monero is like Tusk coin where they can't just watch the ledger and know who is who. Oh, interesting. Okay. I like the usually you're right, Dark, but in this situation, um, I never participated in the gray or beige market. The GD Bacon, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Precisely why I commit all of my crimes in flip flops. I don't even want to know what y'all are talking about. If you can spin the whole rifle at 5,200 RPM, you don't need a 1 in 7. Yes, this is very true. Very true. Spinning barrel would still need at least one straight groove, or the bullet wouldn't pick up the spin. That very good point. See, you guys, I'm telling you, the power of people being in the same place and using their brains. What you guys are doing, you have to understand this. And I'm not, like trying to like blow smoke at you guys. I'm not playing around. You need to know that most of the world uses their brain for critical thinking throughout their entire day, less than the 58, 59 minutes that we've been together. Okay, you guys using your brains together are literally supercharging each other. This is the type of shit that we need to do to make gun control a literal joke. First off, it's already a joke. We all find it hilarious. And at the same time, this could be worldwide. This could be next level shit for every single person, whether they're in another country fighting for their lives. Like, God, who? I'm so sorry. This is gonna sound terrible. The country that Meyer Republic. Fuck, I don't remember who it was, but PSR did damn. I'm gonna butcher it either way. So PSR did a video on it, and he was showing these dudes with FGC nines and FGC nine carbines, and it was pretty dope to see them like that, but it was also a realization of holy shit, like these dudes are running around with pistol caliber carbines fighting a fully equipped military. They're running around with 9 millimeter 3D printed carbines, subguns, whatever you want to call them, with 3D printed magazines. Some of them had ARs, some of them had AKs, but they were clearly takeoffs. All right. They were battlefield pickups that they used those FGC nines to go get those. Okay. This is something that would give anyone the capability to build a 5.56 or 7.62 by 39 or 300 blackout or 308 or whatever it is, right? Literally at home, in your bathroom, in your garage, in your master bedroom, whatever. I just think that's so cool. Oh, and Fish mentioned this earlier. Fish, you actually have to click on the like super chat button, gift button right there, and there should be a button that says allow gifts on the channel, and then it'll put you in the running for receiving channel memberships when people give it away. I saw that earlier, forgot to mention it. I'll throw up $50 to see this get done. Damn, Nate, you are always so giving, bro. This you guys are incredible. I don't know what I would do without all y'all, for real. And clearly, like, look, I don't benefit from this at all, like personally, right? Like, I don't benefit from it. However, the satisfaction from the growth of the community itself is huge. And when when we say you cannot stop the signal, like this is exactly what we're talking about. Necessity is the mother of invention, right? So we need y'all get it. You know the thing. I'm good for adding to the bounty 100. Dang, dude, Gray Gunner, always a giving man. See, you guys are incredible. GD Bacon, gas station sushi. 5,200 rotations per second. Holy moly, it's crazy. Anyone remember the gyrojet? Yep, absolutely. The gyrojet. That's essentially it's like a rocket. Just create a new crypto based on the faith of the usability based on products and services. Create a living trust / Delaware company is super useful. That sounds more complicated than the task at hand. DB Cooper, great to see you, bro. Would be difficult, but spot welding spiraling wire in a tube. Well, let me ask you this. You can pound on like copper wire to where it's like essentially like flattens it, right? And maybe I'm giving too much away right now, but obviously I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not going to make this. I'm going to contribute to the pot so more people can. Should I make a give send go for them? Do you think that would be a good idea if we make a give send go, and if we don't fill out the payment information, push it over to them, they fill out the payment information, then we can push people over to it. People will see how much it's growing, and then other people in the community would jump in. Yes and yes. I think I just answered my own question. Um, So backing up a little bit, DB Cooper, you got a good point. What if there was a way to take, copper wire that was spun in a specific way, and then essentially just like cold hammer forging, you just put a push rod down there and just bam, and then find a way to like permanently attach it, whether it's spot welds or I don't know, right? It would flatten out the copper so much that it would almost be like, see, you would need to recess into it though. See, I don't know. I don't know. It's a quandary for sure. Maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a way to take something like a 5.56 or 223 30 cal would probably be easier, and I think if I'm not mistaken, the psi of 7.62 by 39 is less than 5.56. Let's see, 7.62 by 39 psi. Oh no, pdi, no psi. 45,000 psi. 556 psi. That didn't work. 5.56, oops, by 45 psi. Oh, dude, come on. Really? Pressure. No, it's giving me 5.56 multiplied by 45 pounds per square inch. Come on. You guys are probably telling me in chat. Here, you know what? I got it. 0.223 psi. Okay. Bro, why can't this be easier? You guys are probably telling me in chat. Let me go look back. Hold on. D up to 62,000. Okay, so I thought that it was higher. Okay. 556 pressure. Yeah, I probably should have typed that in. Also, facts. The second what? Oh, I was like, why are we talking about graping people? Okay, let me see what I missed. Okay, so let me back up a little bit. All right. So what if we had some type of, I think it'd be called like a mandrel, right? Where there was a even if you had, okay, so let's say you had a 7.62 by 39, so 30 cal sized diameter in a metal pipe. How it got there, we don't know yet, so hear me out. All right. I'm just saying, let's say we had that. If you were to find a way, like how could we make something that was basically a mandrel that had rifling on the outside that would be hard enough to cut into it when you push it through, but then afterwards, no, that's not gonna work. I don't know. See, guys, y'all are way more intelligent than me when it comes to this thing. Okay, so there's 556, maybe 300 FPS higher, right? No, we're talking about um, PSI up to 62,000. Okay. 500 FPS difference between 762 and 30. Yeah, so the PSI is essentially this is you're doing two things when you're building this barrel. You are creating a blast chamber or a chamber, and you're creating a barrel. So you need to make sure, well, let me say this differently. So if you were to do this, it would probably be best to go with one of the cartridges that were mentioned that have lower PSI, because lower pressure is going to give us more flexibility with materials, with all sorts of stuff. It honestly, an aluminum barrel may work, and it's easier to cut aluminum. Okay, hold on. Now, it may not work, okay, but just hear me out. My logic here. If an aluminum barrel was strong enough for 7.62 by 39, and if you did an aluminum barrel and then you used a steel mandrel to cut it, some people have told me that there's different like hardnesses and certain hardnesses, like in some cases, like 70, 75 T6 aluminum can have a harder surface than steel, so this may not work. And I don't know that to be true. I'm just saying people have mentioned that. So if there was an aluminum barrel that could last 200, 500, 1,000 rounds, right? Could you take a steel mandrel and literally hammer it through? I don't know. Try asking ChatGPT, see what happens. DLD wants to do cold hammer forging with a mandrel. I mean, it's likely not going to work, but maybe if the diameter of the mandrel is smaller, but the blades on that cut the rifling, yeah. If the okay, so if it's a 30 cal if it's a 30 cal barrel, right? And you have it, let's say it's an aluminum barrel. I don't know that it would survive 7.62 by 39. I'm just saying, y'all, bear with me. Like let's work this out together, okay? And then you have a mandrel, which would probably be more difficult to make the mandrel out of steel. Fuck, that's not gonna work. Dude, I'm tripping. I don't know. Okay. Y'all are gonna know better than me, okay? Dude, wire on a dowel, insert it in the barrel and charge it. Extra acidity steps may be required, but those are not deep enough grooves for 5.56, 7.62 by 39, 300 blackout, like 308. So you can ECM 9 millimeter all day, but 9 millimeter is 35,000 psi and it's 1,200 feet per second or less, usually, right? The thing with taking it up a notch with, let's say 5.56, right? Up to 62,000 psi. We're talking 3,000 feet per second out of the right barrel. So, I mean, this is going to do more damage with 200 rounds than a mandrel will, or ECMing. It would literally just wipe the ECMing off as it goes through. And I don't know if aluminum would work. And I'm just saying the ECM is an excellent idea for 9 millimeter, and it's been exhausted in that space. And that's why almost everything that you guys see has one of these in it. It has one of these in there, the 33 round Glock magazine, because almost everything is in 9 millimeter and it takes Glock mags. So kicking it up a notch to 5.56, 7.62 by 39, 308, that's the thing. It could be larger span at the start and always decreasing and never alter back larger than smaller. I don't know if I get that. You can pull a button through the hole with a hand crank, and they did in the old days, then use a drill with a chamber reamer. Done. Possibly. I would say do it. If you guys have an idea of a way that you may be able to even possibly make it work, bro, do it. If it's something you can do with a hand crank that gives it the amount of pressure that like a press would, but it's a hand crank that you can buy at a store like worldwide mostly, run it, give it a shot. If you made a steel or copper spiral, let me pull this up. If you made a steel or copper spiral, put it in a smooth barrel and sent high voltage through it, causing an arc, you may be able to burn the grooves into the barrel. So that's what ECMing is, and ECMing works for 9 millimeter, but I don't believe the grooves would be deep enough for 5.56. Or maybe I'm unsure of what the problem is, but from what I understand, um, DLD, look what Key ESC sent you. What? DLD After Dark, I just sent you a concept somebody already did for 3D printing rifling. Hold on. I made a new type of 3D printer to make progressive twists, barrels, springs, screws, rods, and more. This dude is wearing a Google shirt. Does he work at Google? Debased people working. All right, I'm going to mute this for a second, only because I'll get a copyright claim if I play it. So you guys hang tight for 1 second. Do you guys want me to put the music on? I'll put the music on if you want me to. 3D printed rifled barrel concept. So this may so I could make the sickest air gun. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna guess that this is possibly ECM, or maybe I'm going to pull it up and take a look. Do you guys want the music while I do this? All right, we're going to do the music. All right, hang tight for 1 second. All right. All right, so I watched a little bit of it. Thank you guys for being patient. It's like a 13-minute video. I got to learn more about it and see. But these are all things that we need to, bring up and share. So I appreciate that, KSC. I will watch the video after the chat. DLD After Dark. Get some instrumental music. Greg Gunner, there have been a few variable twist barrels, but I don't recall what they were. Maybe we're looking at it all wrong. Okay. And I know some people are in here like, dude, leave the rifle barrel thing alone. But please understand how important this is for freedom and independence. If something were to happen to where firearms were not widely available. Now, in the US, we're not going to have the same problem necessarily. But in some places in the US, this is absolutely true. Like, they cannot get things like we can get, like in Virginia and in other free states. Scusi. So just think about it. Maybe it's that we're looking at twist wrong. Maybe it's that we're only looking at. Okay, so here's something. We're looking at barrel twist the way that it exists right now because that is what works in 4140 chromoly steel barrels. Maybe there is some other way to maybe instead of having the rifling below the surface, maybe it's something. Well, it's kind of both. It's like toggled, but maybe I don't know. I'm just saying maybe there's another way that we need to look at this and kind of think outside of the box and say, okay, the traditional rifling that is used in steel barrels, if we're looking at potentially doing this with something else or with a different type of steel or with, I don't know, with something else, maybe there's another way we could look at rifling differently, like altogether. I'm just saying it's my little 2 cents. Mi scusi? Acid etch. But so what I understand is that ECMing and acid etch isn't deep enough for the really, really fast, high pressure cartridges. So maybe it is. It just needs to be reevaluated. Instead of doing it for this amount of time, you need to do it for this amount of time and do it way deeper or with more voltage or something, because clearly, like, they've been able to ECM 9mm barrels, and the ECMing in 9mm barrels lives well past 200 rounds, 2,000 rounds, several thousand rounds. So maybe there's another way to like reevaluate that and just simply ECM it or acid etch or what. I don't know. I know there are people out there. I see every now and then people pop up in chat and they're like, well, the molecular compound of 6061 T6 is this, which has this amount of this metal and this amount of this metal. But if you add some nickel, then like some people out there know a remarkable amount of shit about stuff like that. Like, I just don't know enough to say. I could say like, man, you know what? This D2 tool steel is fire and I love it. And Tack Knives is doing an excellent job with OTFs. By the way, guess what? Man, I didn't even tell you guys. Guess what? Guess what TAC is coming out with? TAC. Am I allowed to say this? Hold on. Should I check my emails first? Let me say this. So something like this, okay. We're used to looking at OTFs. We do a lot of stuff with OTFs on this channel. And aside from talking about things like that, what I like to do is kind of show off some gear by companies that actually support us, like Tack Knives, right? Like Goonbeam, like Gideon Optics, MD Arsenal, right? All these companies that are really about their business and about the movement. Even like AR Takedown Tool, they've been awesome, right? So all these guys that support us, we love y'all. And Tack Knives specifically, if you use code DARK, you get 20% off. But they've built some really incredible shit, and the ones that they design, I actually was talking to the owner recently. Speaking of metal and all this stuff, right? I was talking to the owner recently, and he was like, the TACCOM and the TK Pro, which is now TACCOM, those knives, they actually design and they literally build them in Texas, and they hand finish them to make sure that the blades are hand finished to fit the housing. Okay. And I thought that was cool as shit. I had no idea. And I know that a lot of their parts, most of their parts, some of them, they just buy them from overseas. But what they're doing is they're actually buying a bunch of shit that's machined in overseas, and they openly say that. They're not trying to hide anything. And then they bring it over to the US, and then they machine everything, they hand fit everything and put them together in Texas. Now, Texas, I'm just kidding. Broadcasting straight from Texas. Attack Knives glow stick, that'd be dope. No, what they're doing is they're coming out with a brand new blade, and he actually hit me up and he was like, "Yo, I want to get your input on this. What's one thing that some people say? Well, I don't really trust 440 carbon steel. I don't really trust that's D2 tool steel. I don't really trust that it's 154 cm or whatever it is. Or I don't like D2, or I don't like this, or I don't like 154 cm, whatever it is, right?" Well, what they're doing is they are coming out with, obviously, this is a Microtech. This is a little bit of a different uh, price point. Okay. This is literally a $500 knife. Okay. If there was one thing I could pick up off of my desk to sell, I'm saying it'd be this. But anyway, this knife, this is the Microtech Stitch. It's the side opening auto. Okay. The dope thing about Microtechs is they are in a very special kind of steel. They are M390 steel. So to be able to compete with a lot of these other OTF companies out there, like Cobra Tech, for an example, Cobra Tech, dope company, they're awesome. But they're coming out with shit that's in M390. So Tack Knives was like, okay, hold my beer. So Tack Knives is coming out with an M390 and Magna Cut. I don't know if they're M390 Magna Cut or if these are M390 and these are Magna Cut. I'm not sure, but they're coming out with M390 steel OTFs, and they're coming out with, I guess, Magna Cut. I don't know if they're two separate things, but yeah, 154 cm. A lot of my blades are 154 cm. Where's my? Some of them are in the other room because I've been using them lately. But this, for an example, I'm gonna spill this shit. Hold on. This, for an example, is their Nighthawk. And this is the dagger blade. This is 154 cm. Bro, this thing is awesome. Love it. And it's super affordable. If you use code DARK, you get 20% off. Y'all know that. I'm just saying. But how dope would it be if they had something like this in M390, right? To where you had a Tack Knives OTF that had Microtech grade steel. Like, that would be fire. So just something to keep in mind for the future. This little guy is dope. The Stubby. It's like a thick little guy, and it's got the Warncliffe style blade. This is fire. But anyway, going back to it, I got my backup goon beam in there. Going back to it, if we could come together and work together as a community and find a way to make a DIY 5.56 barrel, 7.62 by 39 barrel, 7.62 by 51 barrel, 7.62 by 54R. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. It's not worth that. Actually would be pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. Whether it, whether you see it being used on, and 300 blackout, and did I miss anything? 5.56, 300 blackout, 7.62 by 39, 7.62 by 51. I think those are the major rifle cartridges. I would actually say, if I were you guys, I would actually start with looking at 7.62 by 39, and being that the PSI is like 45,000 PSI, it's way more doable as far as the blast chamber living longer, depending on what material it is. But even if it's not you, even if it's not you guys, get the word out, right? Tell people. And if we can put something together like a Give, Send, Go to raise money for this, bro, we could actually make a big bounty for people that have big brains that could literally make a DIY rifle barrel that could be used in a DIY battle rifle that could be made in either Nazi Germany or a college kid's dorm room bathroom. That's the goal. And that shit's dope. There's no way that they could control any of us if all of us have the capability of rocking some shit out like that, like in a fucking bedroom, right? You know what I'm saying? Scusi. What was the range he wanted us to hit at again? Range, what do you mean? Hey, Safety Doc, what's up, bro? I haven't seen you in a long time. Another dude that's got books out and shit, much like Crump's book. Safety Doc is killing it, man. Check him out. Appreciate you coming in, man. I haven't seen you in a long time. The range he was talking, yeah, I don't think he specified a range at all. All he had said was that it's got to live through a gauntlet of 200 rounds. And remember, the purpose of this isn't winning the prize. It's not winning the $1,000, right? The purpose of it is not just to make it live to 200 rounds. It is to prove that it could shoot at least 200 rounds, to prove that it could continue going beyond that. You know what I'm saying? um, Lightning Scott, what up? Appreciate you coming in. But CPM 154 will make better slicer than 154 CM. Interesting. Okay, interesting. Making the barrel itself is the hard part. The rifling is a cakewalk. Okay, so what? So are you thinking? I didn't even realize Mike McLuhan for Congress. CPM 154 is more brittle than 154 CM. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. That's why when I was younger and I was like really getting into knives, like right now, my daily, and most of you guys know this, my daily is the Cold Steel Black Talon 2. Now, this isn't something that's made to like live forever, right? This is a flat grind. Once that flat grind is gone, you basically run it to the bone. I already bought a second one for me to transition to when this one is dead. This point, it may not look like it, okay? It may look like, whoa, Dark, that is super sharp and awesome. If I held up the other one next to it, you'd be like, bro, what did you do to that? It's just the easiest thing when you're opening things is to sink the hook in and rip it open. Speaking of sinking the hook in, bro, for anybody out there that EDCs, okay, typically I'm rocking my Glock 43X, the 43X with the S15 15 round mag with a +5 extension. So we got 21 rounds that we're working with. And then I got a whole bunch of other shit on me. I got the blade on the right side. And then on the left side, I have a goon beam on this side. Bam, bam, bam. And then I have the hot sauce on this side too. And then I usually carry an extra mag, but I'll keep it real with you guys. I have been foregoing the extra mag because the one I had was just like tearing my shit up, man. It was literally ripping my skin, and I was like, bro, I'm just gonna keep it in the bag or in a pocket or something. I'm not keeping that in my waistband anymore. It's a pain in the ass. Well, a pain in the waistband, literally. And I know, sue me, okay? I'm still rocking 21 rounds. All right. I used to carry a 5-shot J frame with 2 speed loaders. Okay. So 21 rounds, I'm okay with. I can live with that. And I know it's not just the ammunition capacity. What if your first magazine shits the bed? Of course, that's the thing. I always have at least one more magazine very close by. Keep it in my sack or keep it in my pocket or somewhere else. But carrying it in my waistband became too much of it was literally digging at me. Like one day I took it out and I was like, "Oh my god." Once I felt relief like that from removing it and I wiped it with my hand and I literally had blood, I was like, "All right, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore." And then it's probably TMI for some of y'all. Might be. But I'm just saying, like I had to look at some other options. Um, let's see. You were defeated. Extra mag in the prison wallet. Of course, keep the base plate sticking out. You know what I'm saying? Been keeping mine in my jacket pocket now. Oh, so that's right. So the whole reason I brought this up was not to tell you I'm bleeding, but was to tell you this. If you guys, Fire Rider, great to see you, Chenamemba. If you guys have a handgun that you EDC, rocking a gun belt, a knife, a second magazine, a flashlight, your hot sauce, whatever it is, right? If you carry a few things on you for EDC like all the time, it's likely that you probably could use a little bit more comfort in your setup. Okay. So you're probably not even going to be able to buy these anymore, but I'm going to tell you something that changed my freaking life. And then the moment that I got these, they fucking discontinued them like that. Anyway, we were talking about the Vertex Defiance jeans and pants and shit. And look, I'm not paid by any of these companies we're talking about. Okay. Vertex doesn't know who the F I am. Vertex doesn't give me anything, doesn't pay me anything or anything at all. Um, and you know, I support companies like Tack Knives and Goonbeam and Gideon and all that. I do have affiliate links and stuff, but like I'm not doing it because oh I get money. It's not about that. Y'all know that. The people that are here that know me, y'all know. Anyway, so Vertex, a company that doesn't know me and likely will never know me, is a company that I heard their jeans are like the dopest jeans for carrying a gun. So I was like, okay, well, I usually rock jeans for dress clothes, like for, you know, everyday like business attire. Okay. So I could probably get away with carrying these jeans. So I told my brother, like, hey, tell me about them. And he's like, bro, so first off, deep, wide pockets that are angled the right way so you could carry a gun in your pockets. You could pocket carry. They're meshy and stretchy, but they're super strong. They're you know they're perfect. Okay, so front 2 pockets. Then you got your fifth pocket. You got your rear pockets, which are actually like designed to be like pickpocket proof, to where you can't really just whoop like slip out a wallet. It's kind of like closed. Think of like a sack, right? It's tighter on the top. So you can't just go in there and swoop out a wallet, right? So you got your 2 front pockets, you got your fifth pocket, and then you got your 2 back pockets. Well, on the sides, you have pockets in like where between the front pockets and back pockets where your hips are, that you can literally take a magazine like this and shove it in. You could take a 30 or even 40 round PMag and pop one in each side and cover it up with your shirt and take a walk and no one would notice anything. Okay. They are totally like normal looking, even when you got them downloaded with PMags. Okay. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. So, anyway, that was dope. But then my brother told me this. He said, by the way, in the front on the fly, there's a handcuff key. Or a handcuff key pocket. I was like, "What?" he of course had to show me. So he opens it up and he shows me that there's like a little spot that you can put like a handcuff key. You could roll up a $20 bill or other stuff that you could fold up real small and put them in there. You know what I'm saying? Geez, what's going on, guys? You all get me sick? And then on the back, because you may find yourself in a situation where you're handcuffed on the front or handcuffed on the back, right? And just for the ETF out there, I need 2 sets of cuffs. I'm just throwing that out there. Or you either need to do 2 sets of cuffs or one of these. Okay. I'm just saying. Anyway, so in the back, where the tag is on the back of the pants, on the inside, there's a pocket that's like this wide and like that thick. You can put in a handcuff key. You can put in, a little, stash of like cash or something like that. You could put in like, I'm just kidding. No, don't do drugs. But you could hide anything in there that fits. Okay, and it's also stretchy. So if you kind of had to put something in there, and it's right in your like ass crack. So it would definitely pass the pat down test, even if what was in the pocket was protruding a little bit, because it's just going to fall into your ass crack on the pat down, and your belt is on top of it anyway. So if you're going to throw in a polymer handcuff key, good to go. But don't do stuff that's illegal, guys. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, when I heard that there were 2 hidden pockets on the front and the back, I'm like, okay, these fools are based. All right. They're definitely thinking. So I'm going to check them out. So I go and I'm like, I need to try their Defiance jeans. Their Defiance jeans are literally made for carrying a gun, and they don't look like they're made for carrying a gun. How many times are you walking around, you're shopping, you see somebody, and like you see someone walk up and they got Solomons on that are flat dark earth. They got 511 pants that are flat dark earth. They got an instructor belt that's flat dark earth. They got a flat dark earth shirt tucked in, and they got a big old fanny pack on. I'm like, bro, you ain't fooling anyone. You do not look like a civilian, okay? First off, you're probably not a civilian. Secondly, you literally may as well wear a shirt that says, I have a gun on me. I got a real big gun. Like, dude, come on, stop. And it may seem like a joke, but I'm dead ass. I was on the phone with Flying Rich and I was at the grocery store and I saw a dude that literally had khaki colored, tan colored, flat dark earth, whatever you want to call it, um, Solomon's or some kind of tactical shoes on, 511 pants, an FDE instructor belt, okay, a load-bearing instructor belt, which I have the Galco tan instructor belts. Those are dope. Love them. You can actually um, rappel with them. They say you can't, but oh, you can. Trust me. And an FDE colored shirt tucked in, super clean cut, haircut, high and tight. And the dude had a black fanny pack on where the fanny pack was like this big. I'm like, bro, you could fit 2 double whoppers in there. For real. What are you doing? Glock 26 or Glock 19? Which one? All right. Anyway, so my point to this is that like if you're going to carry concealed, make sure you're not wearing a bright yellow tracksuit that says, I have a gun. Like, what the fuck? And same with like Vertex bags. Vertex bags are awesome, but the dudes that know Vertex bags and criminals that study shit like this, they're gonna know what kind of bags we got that are firearm related. Like, come on, like we got to do better, right? Like you're gonna see me roll up with like a Squishy Mellows backpack with a sub gun in there. All right, you're gonna have no idea. Like I'm gonna run up with like a strawberry shortcake backpack, and everyone's gonna be like, "No," you know what I'm saying? So anyway, Barry Jaw, what's up, bro? Um, dudes, I'm hella stealth. Hell yeah, Joe, for sure. Or old guys with fishing vests, bro. Absolutely. They got a 1911 in a leather holster at like 3 o'clock, maybe 3:30 if they're feeling frisky. But that's the thing. Like somebody like that could be made like that. He's got a gun, right? Shit, I saw a dude today and I was talking to him and I was like, are you into guns? He was like, yeah, I actually build trucks and I build guns. He's like, how did you know that? So I just looked at you. It's like, "You just looked at me?" I was like, "Yeah, I looked at you. You have a pocket knife on your right side, you have a flashlight on your left side, and you just look like a gun dude. Tell me y'all haven't felt that before, where you can just look at somebody and be like, I bet they're into guns. I don't know. And you know what? I'm taking a little bit of a risk in a professional setting saying, "Do you like guns?" Right? But I'm just saying you could just tell, okay? If you got more than one pocket clip on you, right? If you got one pocket clip and it's a knife, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, cool. What kind of knife is that?" And if you're like, "Oh, you know what? I don't know. It's something I picked up at whatever," or if you're like, "This is a Microtech Stitch M390," then I know that you're hip to that shit, and you probably got something else on you. But anyway, all this to say, um, I man, this thing's so fancy. All this to say this: I wanted to give the Defiance jeans a shot. Everyone said you need to order 2 sizes bigger. Okay, 2 sizes bigger. So I ordered 2 sizes bigger. Bad move. Don't do it. For anyone out there, don't do it. The Defiance jeans are awesome. The shit that they say is in stock on the website is not what's in stock at all. So just for you guys out there, I have no coupon code. I'm sorry. Actually, you know what? I actually may have a coupon code, but we'll get back to that. Um, man, I wonder if I could share that without getting in trouble. Let me think about it. Anyway, the Defiance jeans are like $70 and they have reinforced crotches, reinforced knees, reinforced waist, thick belt loops. They have 12 different washes of the jeans, and they are literally designed to one, carry a gun, two, be stretchy and comfortable, three, reinforce the spots that rip all the time on jeans, and four, if something pops off, okay, and let's say you got your handgun on you, but maybe your rifle's in the trunk or something like that, okay? If you had to like charge into a Walmart or something like that with a long gun, and I'm not saying that most situations would call for that at all. If you have to go to your trunk and grab your rifle and get a couple magazines, you probably should just leave. But if there's something where you could not morally walk away without doing what you need to do to take somebody evil off this planet, then you got to do what you got to do, right? But anyway, let's say you had to go grab your rifle. So you go to your trunk, you grab your rifle, throw a magazine in, chamber it, you go to work, okay? You can actually stop right then with no kit on you at all, okay? No kit, no load bearing vest, no plate carrier, no chest rig, no gun belt, no nothing. And you can, with just those jeans, okay, you pop a mag in your rifle, chamber it, right? Ready to go. Take another mag, pop it in your pocket. Take another mag, pop it in your other pocket, and at least go into a bad situation with 90 rounds of ammo, with street clothes on, no carrier, no nothing. Like that, I love that idea. Will I ever use it? Likely not. Likely not ever in my life. But I would so much rather have that chance. Okay. Now, here's the dope thing. Bro, Gabber, bro, welcome back to the Kim Light Club, my guy. Thank you. I appreciate you. Gabber Piet, everyone show him some love. Make sure you give him a little bit of hazing as he returns to us. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. So here's the deal. So you got 90 rounds that you can now go into a situation if you need to, God forbid. Okay. Now, what I did is I said, okay, I got to get a pair of these Defiance jeans. So I went and I don't buy shit like that. Like I literally buy $29 jeans from Target when I like absolutely have to. Like when you can see my ball sack through the split in my jeans, that's when I go get jeans. Okay. I'm not the dude that goes shopping all the time. Trust me. And well, for guns I do, but and even then I don't. I just buy and build what I want anyway, when I can. But okay, back to it. So I went on Vertex, all right, and I started looking up Defiance jeans, and I found the Defiance jeans, grabbed them, put them in my cart. Don't get 2 sizes up. Maybe get either your size or 1 size up, depending on your fit and all that. That's on you. You guys got to make your own call on that. But anyway, I start looking around and I see that they got this dress shirt, and the dress shirt is super dope. I'm not going to bore you guys with it. If you want to hear about it, there's really dope, cool shit about the dress shirt too. That's kind of unique. But if you guys want more info on it, I can give it to you. But the thing that I found that was dope Hang on. I need nicotine. That was great. That was a really great time. Why we only got 55 people in here, man? Where's everybody at, bro? Come on. Where y'all at? Come in. DLD is telling you to come inside. Ow. Okay. So I start looking around and I find these other jeans. They're called the Cutback SF. Now, when I see SF, I'm like, oh my goodness, SF. That must mean Special Forces. That must mean, no, it means slim fit. So, yeah, you're welcome. Anyway, so Cliffy, what's up, man? Well, I'll get back to you. So, the cutback SF. When I saw it, I was like, SF. That must mean like super SOP mod, SOCOM, Special Forces, high speed operator. It says slim fit. I'm like, oh, okay. So these are the cutback SFs are $89 each. Okay. These are the same setup. So you got your pockets in the front, your pockets in the back, your fifth pocket, your two pockets that fit Magpul PMags. They literally almost completely conceal them. But if you want them to stick out a little bit, just use 40 rounders. Okay. They work beautifully. All right, so you throw in your PMags or whatever, or the PMag sized pockets on the side that are in between your front pockets and back pockets. So they are like perfect for either keeping them empty and use them if you need to throw magazines in there, throw your extra Glock mag in there, throw whatever, throw your phone in there. But it's a dope setup, okay? So I find these cutback SF that are different colors, and they're more like they're not jean material. They're like a uniform type material, almost like Dickies type material, but they're light and they're stretchy, but they're strong. They got the reinforced crotch. They call it the grundle. That just sounds dirty and yucky. The grundle. I need SF, super fat. Bro, I ain't skinny. You know what I'm saying? I lost a little bit of weight, but I ain't skinny. The slim fits are actually a better fit. So I did order 2 sizes up in the slim fits, but they're tighter, so they actually fit perfectly. So but anyway, we'll get back to that. So I got these and I got a pair of them. I got the cutback SF in the navy blue. I got the Defiance jeans and I got a dress shirt, right? Now the dress shirt, bro, so the dress shirt, the whole back of it is like this mesh dry fit material. So you could be like, you could have like a huge belly or whatever. Guess what? You're still it's still gonna stretch to fit you. So it doesn't look like your buttons are like like fighting, like your buttons are like praying, dear Lord, please don't pop off, right? I'm just saying. So the back of the shirt is stretchy, and then inside, if you flip the collar up, they have spots that you can run comms through. You could literally take your Baofeng radio and you could run your earpiece through there, right? Pop it through your collar. It's got a hole in the side to where you can put the wire through. You could kind of snake it through, plug it into your radio, and put it in your Defiance jeans. Like, what? Now, I don't really rock radios like that, but you could use it for headphones. You could use it for other stuff. They got hidden pockets and stuff like that too. So the shirt is dope. It was on sale. But get this. So those cutback SFs were $89, bro. They were on sale for $34 because they are, and this was the heartbreaking news. I went to go order more and they said, oh, we're discontinuing them and they're probably not going to be available after today. And I went back to order them in every single color. Like, but anyway, these are like the most comfortable pants. If you guys carry a gun, these things are super important. Again, I don't work for Vertex. I don't get paid if you buy something from Vertex. I don't give a fuck if you ever go look at anything made by Vertex. But in my opinion, if you're looking for pants that are comfortable, that will help you and aid you in your comfort in carrying a gun, that also give you more options to carry more magazines, to carry more tools, and to hide and blend in more and not look like you are, Mr. Tactical Fud at, Whole Foods, right? By the way, bro, did I tell you guys? Sorry, did I tell you guys that On Halloween, I went to a Whole Foods. I never go to Whole Foods, but I went to a Whole Foods just because geographically where I was, there was one like right there and I needed to grab some things. And when I went there, I went to go pay for my groceries and she was like, I guess so I canceled Amazon, um, Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max. I told you guys I canceled all that shit because all those companies hate us. They hate us and want us dead. I mean, they love us and want us alive, just like the title of this stream. DLD Live, your government loves you and wants you alive. And it's opposite day. Anyway, so I went there and I was getting groceries, right? And I canceled my Amazon Prime membership because I hate them and they hate me. And they hate you too, by the way. So I'm like, I'm not going to give them any money. I'm not going to continuously support them in their company when they literally hate us. And so many of these people are working hand in hand with the fucking government and big tech, walking lockstep down the aisle while they do their absolute best to strip all of our natural rights that they can. Like, fuck that. No, we're not going to do that. So I'm like, I'm not going to support you anymore. Now, I still have a little bit of an issue with this, okay? Because I'm still on YouTube. All right. Now, YouTube hates us. YouTube absolutely hates everything about us. YouTube takes down everything that they can that is freedom related. If I were to, pick up something right now and just start, holding it up in the air and all that, they would can me. They would can me. I know, crazy, right? Anyway, so it's still I have a little bit of an internal conflict um, about being on YouTube, number one, and two, PayPal. So I still have a PayPal. Mostly that's for stuff with like business and stuff, but it's still I have a little bit of internal conflict with that. All right, James Kawasaki, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. What's up, brother? Good to see you. That's what I'm saying, Damien Christ. Okay, so getting back to it, um, I go to Whole Foods and I'm like, hey, because back then when I used to like go there more often, when I lived closer to there, you could scan your Amazon membership and like get a discount or something on your groceries. I never did it, but or I didn't get a chance to do it when I was there. But back when I had an Amazon Prime membership, you would go, you'd scan your thing, and they, take the discount off your groceries. So when I went there, I told her, "Hey, I don't have an Amazon Prime membership," and she said, "It's okay. It's already factored in." And I was like, "What?" So I guess it's kind of like the club rewards card where they just type something in and give it to you anyway. But then I look at the terminal and I'm about to pay, and there's a credit card terminal right here, okay? And right next to the right, there is another terminal that is an RFID reader that is showing the digital picture of waving a hand over it. And I look at this girl, she was actually a really attractive, like Eastern European chick. And I'm going to guess that she was secretly based. That at least makes me feel good in my heart that she was probably secretly based. And here's why. So I look at this and I go like this, like I didn't know that like this was like here yet. I thought that this was like future shit that people were like joking about. No, it exists. It is here. Okay. There are trials running in Virginia right now. Right now. They've been doing it. So there are people out there with microchips in their hand and they walk up and boop and pay for groceries with their hand. Okay. So I asked her, I was like, is this a hand pay thing? And she was like, yeah, it's for people that have a chip in their hand. And I was like, is it like active? And she kind of laughed and she was like, yes. And people are using it. I was like, hold up. I was blown away at this. Okay. I was like, people are using this right now, this little hand boop thing, right? And she said, yeah, people are using it. I was like, how many people use this? And she was like, well, I mean, not too many. And I was like, how many? If you had to guess each day, she was like, it's really not too many. It's only like 200 people a day. What? You're telling me that 200 people per day have installed microchips in their hand in my state, in Virginia, okay? And maybe it's the same 200 people coming back every single day to boop their hands. Who knows, right? My daughter says boop. She's like, "Daddy, you have to boop this." She's like, "Can I boop this?" Boop, boop, boop. Right? I always do the booping. But anyway, I was like, 200 people have installed microchips inside their hand and pay for stuff with their microchips. We are turning into a world, and this is a world that we talk about it all the time. A world completely built around consumerism, convenience, and communism light. And we are turning into a world that just swipes. Swipe stuff away, right? My daughter at the age of like one and a half, literally while she was 1 years old, I would let her, see like whatever, like music and stuff like that on YouTube, and an alert would come through, like someone would text me or call me or whatever, and she would like reach up, and I'd be like, "What are you doing?" And she'd be like, and she would swipe away the notification. I'm like, "How do you even know to move that?" When she was, I don't remember exactly when, but I got a new TV, okay, and it was like a 55-inch. It was a deal at Costco. It was like 300 something bucks. And I was like, "Dude, this is a dope deal. I gotta get it." So anyway, this is before I lost my job. And anyway, so I bring it home. I bring her home, obviously, with the TV, and I plug it in. I get it set up. I turn it on, and it's like, it's this gorgeous picture. It's huge because I never had a TV larger than 50 inches. And I have the TV on, and she goes up, and she's like, and she goes and starts touching it. I'm like, it's not a touch screen. We're building, like we're programming children and building this world that they live in where everything is touch screen. They can change anything that they don't like in 2 seconds flat. They don't have to deal with discomfort. In a world of consumerism and convenience and communism light, who are we turning into? And now people are installing government chips inside their hands just so they don't have to reach for their wallet. What else do those chips do? Does the chip supercharge your hand? Like, if you get in a fight, do you just like, poof, like, can you just blow someone's head off? Like, what does it do? Does it just give you the ability to pay? Does it also have your driver's license and your social security number and your insurance card? And does it just have your credit card? Like, what is it? So I'm going to start looking into this. I should have done this on Halloween. I should have looked into it more, but initially I was just so taken aback by it. I was like, what the hell? So the first thing I did when I left, I got on the phone and I called Crump, and I'm like, "Bro, Crump, do you know that at Whole Foods," because this was actually near his house. I was like, "Bro, do you know that at Whole Foods, they," and Crump, if you're here right now, then let me know. Um, I was like, "Do you know at Whole Foods, they have terminals at every sta," it's not like a couple. Every single station, they have terminals. On my way out, I was, like, walking, like, looking like, "Oh my god, they're at every single one." Anyway, they have terminals where you can pay with your hand, and he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What the fuck? Why didn't you say something to me? Like, that's something I would have liked to know." He's like, "Dude, there are trials going on in several states, Virginia being the first one to adapt this whole hand boop thing." Yeah, hand to God, no, I'm talking about hands. Hand to God, I will never get the hand boop ever. No hand boop, no fucking, what's that shit called? Neuralink. And look, Crump and I have talked about it, right? About the Neuralink. He's like, "Yeah, but don't you want to like have like a supercharged brain where you would just know anything and everything at the drop of a hat? You'd be the smartest dude in the room, or if you don't get it done, you'd be the dumbest dude in the room." It just scares me so much. Plugging in the elites into your brain, I would rather swallow a 12 gauge than even begin to walk over that threshold. Ah, God bless America. Sorry, my bad, y'all. I haven't been looking at chat at all. Um, the ring boop is as far as I'll go. I like it. The ring boop. Hold on. Are you saying the ring? Are you talking about a ring? I'm just kidding. Are you talking about like a ring camera, or what are you talking about? I hear they shrink your Johnston 2 inches. What does? Releases cyanide on demand. Oh my god, dude. We're gonna get in trouble for giving what do you call it? Misinformation. Releases cyanide on demand. Just like Facebook, give it to them free and they will give. Yes. Okay. Bingo. Just like Facebook, give it to them free and they will give you the rest. Bro, this is it's such a simple thing when you hear people and companies, the companies we're talking about, right? You hear the companies say this, that essentially you are the product, okay? And after the past 20 years or 23, whatever, since the millennium, right? Look at the growth of the internet, look at the growth of technology, and look how everything has changed. All of our information, everything, literally every single thing about us is all over the place on the internet. You can try to be as cautious and careful as you want, but the reality is that the shit's out there, all right? And it's terrifying to me to see what like 20 years, what massive, like, earth-shattering advancements we have had in 20 years. Imagine, like, when the millennium hit, okay? When everyone was freaked out about, Y2K. Imagine if, like, someone got on TV and was like, "Hey, just so you know, in 22 and a half years, you're gonna have the entire country completely, divided and ready to kill each other, and you're gonna have electric vehicles that actually pretty fast, cool electric vehicles, but they suck anyway. I would never buy one. Um, Virginia just put in a fucking a law after I think 2036 where every single vehicle sold has to be electric. So what is that going to look like in the future, right? Like all of a sudden, carbureted vehicles are going to be the pre May of 1986 machine guns of the world. I'm going to go buy like a 1991 Corolla Type S. I'm just kidding. Ooh, or like a Taurus show, bro. I would totally apocalypsize a apocalypsize. I would totally turn a Taurus show, like a pre 92 or whatever Taurus show, into a Ford Taurus show, just for people that couldn't understand my words there. Into like an apocalyptic vehicle. Bro, those things are pretty effing quick. All right. Let me just say that. Sorry, I'm totally on like a spaz right now. My apologies. I'd be afraid that every time I wipe my arse, I would change my debit card with that chip in my hand. You probably would. All tools are made to amplify man. The fear we have as good men is which men do they amplify? Ooh, bro, who said that? All tools are made to amplify man. The fear we have as good men is which men do they amplify? Dog. That is deep right there. Like remember, I don't know if you remember when I text you something and you responded back to me and you were like, "Bro, that's deep. That's like prolific." That's exactly how I feel about this what you just said. If you took that from somebody else, bro, we need to give them some credit because of that right there, that is exactly the type of shit we're talking about. Do you remember the meme conspiracy theory that selfies were made by the CIA or whatever alphabet group for people to keep on posting relevant photos of themselves? No, no, but that totally makes sense, bro. They're freaking animals, but they certainly don't operate on domestic soil. Let's see. Never, never but a trans. What are we talking about? The tr- uh, Tranifesto again? We have to be turned up to 11. Bro, I feel like everything that they're doing is just trying to find a way to force us into massive discomfort and openly encroach on our natural rights to drive people to violence, because they know after a while that people are going to respond that way. They want people to respond that way. And, when we have these kinds of conversations and we visit this place, I have to do whatever I can to remind you guys of this. Okay. Take it in, breathe it in, say it, repeat it. And remember that the government did 9/11. Okay. The government did 9/11. It's probably the most important thing that you've read all day. And then when you start to kind of backpedal a little bit and say, okay, well, let me ask myself these questions. Riddle me this. If the United States wanted to find a way to get inside of the private life of every single human being in the United States and potentially every single private life of every individual in the world, right? What would need to happen that was so earth shattering and so scary that everyone would be willing to give up their personal freedoms and independence for safety? Look at it. We've experienced it. We've literally experienced it firsthand. Who benefited from that? Who benefited from it? Just remember, we will never forget Building 7. Uh, your info is a commodity. Absolutely. Information, skills, all that. Uh, better, but 2 extra trans for that show. Better buy 2 extra trans for the show. Oh, yeah, I mean, of course, like, found on road dead, driver returns on foot, but, I have never owned a Ford in my life. But that Taurus show, though, that would be a dope apocalypse vehicle. I'm just saying. Give me another one. Give me another one that is a sleeper sedan that totally does not look like it's, because look, it's not fast, okay? It's just a little quick. What could you make that is a roomy enough vehicle that you could pack 4 dudes in with full kit, all right, and still be at least kinda moderately comfortable, but still be kinda quick too? Not fast, it's not fast. I don't need anything fast, but quick. I'm just saying. Buy. There you go. If you can find a classic, if you can find a classic show, yeah. I miss my tour show. You had a tour show? Bro, are these like way more popular than I thought? I barely see them at all. 2030 cars are supposed to have kill switches with breath and lane breath and lane sensors to bust you for DUI without a cop pulling you over, bro. They're literally going to drive you to the police station. This is what, okay, so we jokingly said, like, when shit pops off, what they're going to do is literally take everyone's electric self-driving cars and just drive them to the police station to where, like, you're just driving in your car. Like, I picture, okay, who do you think of in our community when you think of a self-driving electric car? And all the dudes with the Teslas just left. Okay, sorry. All right. Anyway, I think of Flying Rich, right? Now, in his defense, we love you, Flying Rich. In his defense, like, Rich is a super base dude, but he added these things for his own benefit of him to be able to have a self-driving car and all that, and that's cool, right? But he can also rip it out. He didn't buy a brand new Tesla to whatever. He bought what's the vehicle thing called? Hold on. Comma AI. It's called Comma AI. Sorry, y'all. So he was explaining it to me that if you have a car that has like lane assist, the whatever cruise control, adaptive cruise control that can speed up and slow down and all that, that you can add comma AI to literally have a self-driving car. It's crazy, right? But he could rip that out, right? If you get a brand new electric self-driving car, you ain't ripping shit out, you know? But it does make me want to get another like cheap little shitter, like a 92 Honda VTEC or something. You guys remember the CRX hatchbacks? Those were gangster, dude. I always thought they were cool as hell. It looks like somebody was trying to make like a long vehicle and just chopped off the end. We have to be turned up to 11. Never buy a trans. Check previous comment, dark typo. Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. Definitely DLD after dark. Oh yeah, you think which part? I think I'm behind right now. Sorry, y'all. Hello, everyone. Rip Dangle, my guy. Also a channel member, my guy. What did you call me, Dark? I don't know. Did I call you something? Bear Jew, right? Is that what I'm supposed to call you? Let's see. Joe Biden passed the mandate making every car electric before 2035 in the U.S. Oh, I didn't even hear about that. I heard that the state of Virginia passed something about um, by or before 2036. So I don't know if that means that like on the last day of 2035. Um, but from what I understand, the way it was explained to me is that every car sold needs to be electric. Not every car owned and used needs to be electric. They can't do that. That's almost as crazy as them banning outright modern firearms, right? They would never do something like that, right? Let's see. Agrizer. Nothing to see on WTS 6. You talking about We Talk Shit? The WTS show? The serialists? Brother, the military industrial complex has weapon systems and vehicles that either we would think they are magic or they are alien vehicles. Maybe both. We can't see behind the curtain, but 100% we're oblivious. Absolutely. Yep. ETC 6. Yeah, I don't know. My bad. Qui bono? I don't know what any of this means. Allowed to happen. My bad. I'm super, super. The so-called elites. Sandman, great to see you. Buick Regal, GS 3.8 supercharged. Okay, okay. Lincoln Continental V6, 400. Okay, 400 horsepower. Nice, dude. What was the Lincoln that had the are they suicide doors in the back? Is that a Continental? I think it was like the 50s or 60s Continental. I can't remember right offhand. I'm not a car dude at all. Okay, so please forgive me. I'm a gun dude, and I'm a gun dude. I like guns and I like sex. That's pretty much it. Food is cool too. I like food. I'm not a beer drinker. I'm not a car dude. I'm not a motorcycle dude. My friends that do that shit are way cooler than I am. Skyline GTR 4-door twin turbo, but can 4 dudes in full kit fit in there comfortably? I don't believe 2 dudes would comfortably fit in a Skyline unless you take the 2 front seats and lean them all the way back. Grand National, okay. Crown Vic, okay. All right, not bad, not bad. Bro, I'll tell you this though. I used to have an Avalon dog. That thing was huge. Literally, the rear seats reclined in that thing. Like, and this was in 2013. Okay. So when your rear seats reclined in 2013, that was a big fucking deal. All right. It felt like you were in the back of an SUV. Like it was baller. I love it. I miss it. I killed it. I pushed it to like 280,000 miles. Turbo Dodge Caravan. Oh, what about a Toyota? What's the God? What's that truck? I always forget the name. Um, the technical. Uh, I'm gonna have to wrap up here in a minute. I gotta wake up early in the morning. 79 Malibu. Dang. Okay. Buick T Type Turbo 3.8. That way you get the weather, interior, and power seats. Okay. Four-wheel drive Buick Regal. Damn, you guys are men of culture, men of taste. Oh, I got one for you, Dark. The original Infinity Q45. Yo, those were dope. Sleeper on steroids. Ask me how I know. Okay, you're right. You're right. That thing was dope. And I believe if Biggie, mm, 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 mm. If Biggie was honest in his rhymes, he said he pushed a Q45 Infinite, which he just said that so his words rhymed, but in Infinity Q45. Those are dope. Lincoln MKZ is the baby version of the Continental, but about the same size and still 400 horsepower. Okay, that's what's up. Mark Tucka, fast with class, leather interior, F them and FJB, FTW. You know what I'm saying? Um, the coming food shortages or food shortage will get people to beg for more government. I found my grandmother's ration card from World War II not too long ago. A chip would accomplish the same thing. So 100%. And I've said this several times, so I don't mean to exhaust my words. Hang on. I'm sorry, y'all. I need nicotine. All right. My apologies. Whew. Okay, that's good. This one's better. This one's better. I'm liking my setup, man. I mean, the amount of ammo that I have over there is like ungodly. And I have ammo all stacked up in my safe because I got to weigh it down. I have ammo in my other safe. I have ammo in storage, and I have ammo in these shelves that I built today. And but I'm actually cleaning stuff up, so hopefully this will be good for the gun room. Once I clean this up, I'll actually have an area over here that I could make something else for the channel that I'm working on. Okay, and then I'll be able to kind of shift some things around because the gun room that y'all don't see, dude. When Flying Rich and Shooting Gallery came in here at different times, obviously, like they looked at everything else and they were like, "Whoa, the Gat Lab is way bigger than I thought it was," and it is a large room, right? But you only see this much, right? What I would like to do is kind of shift some things around because I work in this room every single day. So when I'm pushing out stuff from DLD hardware and I'm printing out labels and I'm stuffing packages and shipping packages out and all that stuff, when I'm building guns, when I'm drilling holes and cutting tabs and all that, I'm doing it here in this room. Sometimes I just am weird and do it like in the kitchen or in the master bedroom, and I get like Loctite stains on my sheets. God, why do I do that to myself? But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just ranting tonight, y'all. Y'all gonna have to deal with it, all right? But literally, right now, I from that AR build that I just did, I got kind of sick of doing everything in my gun room. So I was like, all right, fuck that. I'm going into my master bedroom, and I literally have blue Loctite stains on my on my bedroom sheets. So whatever. But because I work in here every single day, all the time, I had originally had my desk positioned here because of the internet service that I got. But I fixed that problem. Thank God. Cost lots of time and money to do that, but I got that problem fixed here. Now I can move my desk back to wherever the F I want. Okay. So if I did like a little like workbench area over here that I could also make for like a spot that's a good background that I could do videos or whatever. And then I can also make a little like lounge area. Okay. Which it would be cool as hell to have a spot that I could actually do a show, do live streams, do videos, and kind of be in like a really like chill, like laid back, like seated position with like a lav mic and do kind of a more like kickback stream. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to me, like I'm for people that don't know, I'm standing right now. I'm standing. Okay, I'm literally standing at a standing desk, staying at attention for you. And don't forget, use code dark attack knives, save 20%. All right, sorry, I'm done. Okay, food shortages. Okay, so it is absolutely guaranteed that when we are at war, okay, when we're at war, they will stop at nothing to use anything they can as a weapon against you. All right. Now, I want you guys to consider right now, we're thinking like, well, they're coming after our guns, or they're doing this, or they're doing that, or they're doing these things that encroach on these freedoms. They told us that we couldn't go to church then, and they told us that we. So think about it from a different perspective. Like, let's look at this through a different lens. Okay. And we just had this conversation. If you guys didn't see, on the Uncensored podcast with John Crump and Flying Rich. Okay. We were talking about the line in the sand. All right. They will absolutely use food and water against you. And when I say they, I am talking about the federal MF government. No question at all. They will absolutely use food and water against you. That's why every time we have these conversations, I always say, what do we have to get right? We have to get our shit tight. Number one, get right with God. Okay. Number two, water, food, shelter, security. All right. If I was in a different situation, I would literally be focusing on building a homestead and building something that could create and nourish my family, and like that would become my job. My job all day every day is working on the homestead that provides nourishment and food and everything that me and my family needs from the land, because guess what? Food grows from the ground, okay? Food literally reproduces right in front of us and makes babies and shit right in front of us, and they're a gift. They're given to us by God. Food grows from the ground and water falls from the sky. We don't need much else, but man is so effing self-destructive that we've brought ourselves to this point. Sorry. All right. Let me speed this up here. Goonbeam, my guy, great to see you. Dog, a nice CRX is like 10K now. What? Dang. Bro, them things used to sell for like 15 hundo. Dang. By the way, Goonbeam, you know what? I'm going to show you all this tonight. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. All right. So I'm pulling up this ish. Hold on. I'm going to pull up a couple pictures and show you guys. I don't think I've showed you this yet. I mean, I have showed you guys a couple pictures of this, but now this is 100% completed. You know what? I think I did show you guys this, but whatever. I'll show it to you again. No big deal. Oh, that's right, because Fragout came in and started mentioning it, and Goonbeam, this one is for you. 2, 3, 4. Get your woman on the floor. Gotta get up, get down. All right, hold on. The darkest. Boom. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this, and part of it's for you, Goonbeam, and the other part is just for everyone else here. So I recently, aside from the Geisley Super Duty, that to build a Super Duty that you're not purchasing, okay? To build a Super Duty, you have to literally one piece at a time. It's not just like buying an AR where you can get, oh, I can get Aero Precision parts here, I can get CMMG parts here, I can get, BCM parts here. If every single part of it is going to be Geisley, is going to be a Super Duty, then you got to only buy Geisley Super Duty parts, right? But I should have everything I need for the 40 millimeter green. Yes, the 40 millimeter green Geisley Super Duty. But I'm going to be honest. Well, hold on. I'll pull this up first. So prior to this, I actually put together a new build using the Frag Out upper and lower. And it is so Frag Out Design Studios, Frag Out Firearms. What he does is he literally hand draws things like scrolling and just dope patterns and stuff like that. He hand draws them, he uploads them to his laser, and then he lasers them onto firearms. So even though the laser is drawing them, the laser is drawing his drawing, right? So that's super dope. It's a digital drawing. But anyway, so he engraved the upper and lower that I used here. And then I used a BCM handguard. Shout out to Jonah with Big Mac Defense. A Noveski 10.5-inch barrel. And a, hold hold on. There we go. A Noveske 10.5-inch barrel and a Noveske gas tube, Noveske gas block, and a bingo. Got both of them right here. So I'll show the first one here. Also, the rest of the parts were a combination of BCM, BCM, a Battle Arms Development, Bolt Carrier Group and Bolt, and Geisley and BCM and Arrow, rest of everything else. And I'm going to pull this bad boy up for you guys right now. Because the other times I had showed it to you, I think I may have shown you when it was completed, but the other times that I had shown this to you, it was still like missing a couple parts. Like the last time I showed it to you, I was actually missing the trigger guard and let me see. There you go. Here, y'all know what the brace looks like, so that really doesn't matter. Let me see if this is, there we go. Beautiful. So now what I did is I took the engraved upper and lower. I built everything. I actually bought like a proper torque wrench and, all that stuff. And anyone that's like, oh, why do you have a 3x magnifier on a 10.5-inch? That's stupid. Whatever. Fuck off. I took the Frag Out Firearms engraved upper and lower. Shout out to him. Love you, Frag Out. You're awesome. And the BCM handguard, Noveske barrel, Noveske gas block, Noveske gas tube, BCM, BCG, or no, sorry, Battle Arms Development, BCG and bolt, and a Geisley braided spring and buffer, and a Arrow buffer tube, and a combination of Arrow and BCM lower parts, and the brace. The brace was also from Jonah with Big Mac Defense. So shout out to him, my guy. You're the man. Now I put the Gideon Optics, the one with the acro footprint on this, and so Dude Knowledge, what's up, brother? In my opinion, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a magnifier on a 10.5-inch, but a couple people have said there's no reason to magnify a 10.5-inch gun. I'm like, what? Watch me touch 300 to 400 yards with this mofo on a 3x magnifier all day, all day. But the Gideon Optics, so this was the mediator that I was originally going to put on a Glock. But when this just kind of fell on my lap, it was too perfect. So now I know a lot of you guys don't love Haro-san, but I ended up putting the Gideon Optics mediator, which, guys, this is a sub $200 red dot that is, like, so far appearing to be totally proven and something that you should consider using. In the description of this video, I do have a link to Gideon Optics, and I also have a discount code. If you use code DARK with Gideon Optics, you save 10% off and free shipping, I believe. PID is still important in 2023 and will still be important in 2024, 100%, which brings me to my next point. Okay. So we all saw that. So let me know. Tell me what you guys think. 1 to 10 on the build. Okay. Clearly, it's not a Knight's armament. Okay. I get it. It's not a Knight's, but it's my build. Okay. And I love it. Now, I don't love it. I like it, right? I learned to stop getting so attached to everything. Like, I don't really care as much about the thing, right? It's just the tool that, the capabilities of the tool. So this is oh no, 507Cs, 407Cs, SCTs, SCS. I'm just saying they're incredible. I'm just saying some people don't like Holosun. However, I want you guys to understand, okay, when you're looking at, a magnifier and like EOTech kit, okay, that is like Gucci prices right there, my dude, okay. This Holosun crystal effing clear 3x magnifier, flip to side mount, with the riser, with screws, with everything you need, was $199 hairs. Like, bro, this was like the kit. Okay, so we're looking at a sub $200 red dot and a sub $200 magnifier. Bro, that is gold. Okay. I anyone out there, this setup right here is sub $400. So literally for like $300 less than the cost of an EOTech magnifier, you got a red dot, a magnifier, a mount for both of them, a riser for like everything you need ever. Okay. So I love that. I already had the mediator though. But anyway, the mediator, $200 for a mediator is freaking gold. It's awesome. And LPVOs are an excellent choice too, especially if you can crank it down to 1x and it's still very clear at 1x. I'm looking at the Burris RT6, I think it is. I'm actually kind of impressed because look, I'm not going to go cop a Voodoo. Okay. I would love to. They are fire, but realistically, I'm not going to cop it. But a 1x, you can totally run with both eyes open and still, be super quick. With magnification, usually, hey, BB Luminous, usually with magnification, it's going to slow you down a little bit with like very fast or rapid target acquisition. But one, you move the magnifier out of the way, you're moving quick. I prefer the red dot to be a little closer to me, but obviously in this case, it's as close as it can be with the magnifier there, right? And in LPVO, if you have a good quality LPVO or above, good, great, excellent, fantastic, whatever your rating scale is, you can crank it down to the 1x or 1.5x and run it with both eyes open. But any level of magnification is going to slow you down a hair, right? The best on the planet are still going to be slowed down a hair. It is just not as rapid as a red dot. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, this is the build. This is what I put together, and I love it. I'm super, super pumped that I finally put this together right around the same time that I am going to end up with this Geisley Super Dookie. And here, you know what? I have this next to my go-to here. So my go-to is the gun I put together here. Let me blow this up a little bit. So this is my go-to, which is a 10.3. There you go. It gives you a little bit of a better footage or better view there. Oh, I need to plug up my laptop. I am tripping, girl. My bad. Hold on. Man, how did I not see that? Woo! That would have been a close one. Hold on. Okay. So the one on the left is the new one that I put together. I did all that painting myself. So the battle worn gray and black, I did all that myself. Now the one on the right is the one that I always tell you guys about. That is my go-to 5.56. That is the LWRC lower with the PDW pistol brace, the SB Tactical PDW pistol brace. It's an LWRC lower with the Fastech Echo binary trigger. It has been excellent. Thousands and thousands of rounds through it. No issues. Well, one slight issue, but it really doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me because I only run it suppressed. It's a long story, and I don't feel like getting into it. It's a BCM upper with a BCM BCG with a 10.3-inch Colt barrel with a BCM gas tube, BCM gas block and gas tube, and a inexpensive Midwest Industries M-Lock handguard with a Cyclops 1X prismatic optic on top. And that's got the ACSS reticle and all that. It also has the, and Goonbeam, let me know if you're still here. It also has the AAC SDN6 30 cal suppressor, which I have just beaten the ever-loving dog shit out of, and it just has been so great. That is one of the best suppressors that I've had. It is solid steel. It is 100% like solid. I got my Goonbeam which is the equivalent to a lightsaber on a firearm. Now, here's the issue that I keep running into. I am such a giving person, y'all. I am a very giving person. So a lot of times I give goon beams to others. And I've wait, Dark doesn't want to get in a story. You feeling okay? You're right, Jen Jam. Good to see you. I do be telling stories. I've just been talking a lot. My mouth is dry and I have to go to bed and I just can't get into it now. But you know what? I'll get into it. I'll give you the quick little snippet. But before I do that, Goonbeam, if you look at this new setup here on the left, so I have nice little SB tactical brace there. I got an LWRC grip on it. I got the 3x magnifier. I got the acro mount Gideon Optics red dot, the mediator on it. And I got a pretty much naked handguard. And I got to be honest, Goonbeam, I gave away the other torch that I had, the other weapon light, the Goonbeam Long V2. I gave it away, gave it to my brother. I was trying to come from a place of contribution because I remember that when I bless others, I become blessed. That's what that's what we say, right? So I blessed him with a light, and then I finished this build, and I was like, "Damn it!" So I need one more Goonbeam, and I know you just and you're an incredible person. You recently sent me 2 IR illuminators, but I don't have nods yet. I have every single thing that I need except the tube still. So anyway, this is my current setup on the right, and this is the newest assembly. I can't call it a build on the left, and I like it. It's comfortable. I like how I can kind of push it out a little bit. Oh, but you know what? Some people asked me this, and I thought this was important to hit. Primary arms ACSS reticle 1 to 6 or 1 to 8 are the LPVO joints. Yo, absolutely, Joe Morris. Those are incredible, incredible. So a few people asked, should I put a magnifier behind my Cyclops? Okay, so here you have your on the long gun on the right, or on the pistol braced 5.56 on the right here. You'll see that there is the primary arms 1x prismatic ACSS reticle, and that is a true 1x. It's not the 1x that you see like on red dots and shit. That is an actual true 1x prismatic optic. Some people say, should I put a 3x magnifier behind my optic because I don't want to get the 3x prismatic for whatever reason. I want to have a 1x, but I don't want to I don't want to commit to the 3x. I want to be able to have it, move it to the side or whatever. Bro, let me just tell you this. When I put that magnifier behind that prismatic optic, it don't work. It does not work. It does not look through it the same. It I don't know what it is. I don't know, maybe it's just mine, right? Maybe the new ones um have some type of way to see through, but there's a couple people that hit me up on Instagram and asked me, I don't even think I responded to you, but putting a uh, magnifier behind a prismatic magnified sight is not the jam. Not only is it not the jam, it doesn't work. So unfortunately, that doesn't work. Now, primary arms may have something. If you get a primary arms 1x and a primary arms magnifier, maybe their shit works together, but that setup does not work at all whatsoever. DLD After Dark, I have the same issue. My Juliet doesn't work with it, but my Holosun magnifier does work a little better with it. So I would personally, my recommendation would be to totally stay away from it. You can shoot, like I've taken this out to 400, well, just under 400 yards with the 1x ACSS reticle. You can do it. Of course, it is not as easy, right? I would love to crank an LPVO down to 8x, right, and take it out to 400 yards. but you can do it with a 1x. You could also, so if you're looking at getting something that is kind of similar to, like, let me get a little bit more magnification, let me still have an ACSS reticle, and let me have, like, something that you can use, but it's not like too much. If you get the primary arms, ACSS reticle, 3x prismatic optic, then it's basically a budget ACOG, right? You have a fixed 3 power, totally reasonable for, close in shots, and also something that could reach out, to about 300-400 yards with ease. With ease. I'm not saying it can't. You could reach out to 600 yards with iron sights, right? But you can only shoot what the eye can see. Okay, so it's going to be different per, each individual. Trying to magnify a magnifier. I know, but I had to check. I wonder if the distance between optics matters. This all sounds stupid. So, it not really. Sometimes you get a shadow depending on the shape. So this is kind of an interesting setup where, I'll show you guys this other thing that I have on the way as well. Um, and people are gonna give me shite over it. I don't have the one that I actually got, so I'll just pull this one up. There you go. That's what's on the way right now, baby. Boom. Geisley Super Dookie in 40 millimeter green, baby. There we go. Ooh. Here, I found it. Hold on. See, I gotta do this one. Oh my goshness. Bro, I saved it. I saved it. I have literally broken 3 of these in like a week period, and I saved it with my foot. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, sorry. I know y'all heard that. It literally fell on a Topo Chico bottle. Okay, so this is the Geisley Super Dookie. Let me pull up the other one here for you. Boom. Okay, so this is the actual one that I got. It's on the way. I finally said F it, and I got the 40 millimeter green Geisley Super Duty. It was not easy. I was already building another one. I have literally everything I need for this Geisley Super Duty lower. And then I find this for a crazy deal because this is literally selling for $2,500 locally. The 40 millimeter green one is, I guess, way more sought after than most of the other colors. So I went to XCal in Virginia, and they had, thank you, Lumi. They had one, and I was like, "Ooh, beautiful. May I please handle it?" And they said, "Sure, Dark. Here you go." They gave it to me, and I got to, charge it, feel the trigger, feel the reset, and kind of point and, just kind of get the feeling down. And then I reached down and I picked up that price tag that was attached to the trigger guard and said, "Holy Jiminy Crickets, this thing is $2,499." And at that point, it's right next to, other things that were similarly priced. And I was like, well, bro, for $2,500, there's a lot you can get for $2,500. So, and trust, I don't have the money. Okay. If the world were to stop tomorrow, I want to have a rifle that I know that is going to be able to work for the rest of my life. And I am going to literally sell things to supplement the cost of what I spent. And Dark, just so y'all know, Dark did not buy this rifle. DLD Hardware bought this rifle. Okay, so this is a tax deductible purchase here. All right. And okay, so backing up a little bit. Usually you're seeing them for $2,500. The reason I was putting this together is because there are deals left and right. Things pop up and you can literally Like the damn near $300 triggers were on sale for 125. I missed that sale, but the next day they were on sale at Primary Arms for 149. Okay, so I got a Geisley SSAE trigger for 149. Came across a lower in green for 159. Snatched that. Came across a lower parts kit, which they still haven't even shipped to me, but whatever. For like $80 or whatever. And I grabbed that. The braided buffer and or braided buffer spring and buffer for like $55, or I don't even remember how much, but like a an inexpensive price. These little things I was just grabbing when I could, little bits at a time. And then out of nowhere, on the broker of the guns, I just happened to search green Geisley and boop, hand boop. This was literally just sitting right at the top, and it was an auction, and it was like bid on me for $1,250 or buy me now for $14.99. Now there were two other dudes bidding on it, and I was like, well, this ends in 2 days. So 1249 to 14.99 isn't that much of a difference. If these dudes bid it up to $1,300 while I'm not paying attention, well, they may be like, well, shit, I'm going to jump in and grab this and buy it. So I don't, because it's only a couple $100, right? So I'm like watching it for a day and a half. I'm talking to like Fish and Dust, and I'm asking for advice. I'm talking to other people, and I'm like, bro, I don't know what to do. Gizzard Gary, what's up, bro? And I'm like, man, I yeah, tax deductible. Hey, and you know what? To make it even better, if my logo is on it, it could be considered marketing material, which is 100% um, um, deductible or a write off, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Um, so with this, I was like, I don't want to lose it. Okay. $2,500 is the going rate for this, which is crazy. I wouldn't pay that. I had the opportunity to several times, and I didn't. Two shops locally had them, didn't do it. Um, well, relatively locally, close enough, to be a convenient trip. And then I just had this gust of courage that was like, you know what? If I walk away from this and these dudes bid it up $100, they're gonna jump in and just buy it. So why don't I ruin both of their days right now and just flex on them and buy the shit, right? I'll pull a Eagle shows moment as far as like Jordan is considered, right? So yeah, so I jumped in and I was like, F y'all, boom, I bought this. And yeah, it should be to me in the next few business days. So I'm pumped. And again, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. Like, bro, trust, I am not wealthy. Okay. This is actually, although this is beautiful, and this is going to be a gun that, like, on my deathbed, okay, as this beautiful 40 millimeter green rifle is beat down to like shiny silver because I've used the ever loving dog shit out of it. Okay. As it is beat to hell on my deathbed, I'm going to say, please pass down the Geisley Super Duty to little Jimmy. He deserves it. He works so hard. I am going to will this thing down to the next generation because that is how long the Geisley Super Duties run for. They are excellent rifles. They're worth every dollar, but they're not worth $2,500 yet. But here's the issue: people are paying for it. This is the same thing that happened with Knight's Armament. Knight's Armament was $1,000, and everyone got a Knight's Armament for $1,000, and then everyone was like, "Well, these are great. These are great. The manufacturer recommends that you run 70,000 rounds through it before you even clean it. Like that's crazy, or whatever it is, right?" And then they're like, "Well, this is what GWAT dudes and the high speed dudes roll." So they're like, "Well, I want one." Well, now it's 1250. Okay, then they buy it. They buy it. Then they have a difficult time meeting the demand, and then they go back after another run and they're like, well, these are $1,500 now. $1,500. Well, they're Gucci, so I may as well go spread the word and talk about it. So everyone's talking about how Knight's Armament are the best GD rifles that have ever, blessed this earth. So then people start talking about it. So then other people are like, well, shit, if knights are being used by these dudes and these dudes and these dudes, and these are all, like high speed dudes, then if I buy that rifle, could I be a high speed dude? Right. So then they go buy it, but they're like, well, now it's 1750. Now it's $2,500 for the lower, effing receiver. It's $2,500. Okay. So is it worth it or not? I'm not here to tell you that. You make your own decision for whatever you choose to purchase. If you want to go build an arrow, like a complete arrow gun, build it. It's going to work. It will serve you. Okay. If you want to go buy an M&P Sport, go buy it. It will absolutely serve you. I promise you, it will serve you. Go buy an Anderson, a PSA. It will serve you. The only difference when you're looking at, well, some of the most important differences when you're looking at very high quality, higher tier, higher priced items is really just in the longevity. That's it. Some manufacturers have done a really good job at working really, really hard and doing lots of testing and R&D on building some things into a platform to make them fail less often. That's it. You know, spend more money on a gun. For the most part, it will last longer. It will outlive all of us, right? And it's less likely to fail. That's it. If you would rather go buy 3 PSAs or 2 Aero Precisions instead of this one, and by the way, I did purchase it. I came in, I fucked up both their days. I bought it for $14.99. However, don't forget, it's $14.99 plus shipping, plus tax, plus this and that, and 3% and this. It was $1,694. Oh, I know. I know. Trust me. God, I should not have done that. I almost didn't. But here's the deal. Part of the reason that I did is because I'm going to buy this. I'm going to keep it for the rest of forever. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it like a work gun. I'm going to beat it up. I'll have no qualms about beating it up and trashing it. Okay. Even though the color is beautiful. That's part of the reason that I like, look, it is a gorgeous gun. Okay. And what I believe is that Geisley Super Duty, you used to be able to go and buy one for $899. Not anymore. The next run was $999. The next run was $12.99. The next one was $15.99. But you could find a 10% discount, or you can get a 30% discount. Then the next one was $17.99. And now they're selling their uppers for $1,410. So I believe that Geisley Super Duty is going to be the next Knights. Fight me if you don't believe me. I'm just kidding. Let's not fight. I really don't enjoy fighting. Although I've gotten highly skilled in it over the years. Sorry, let me go back here. I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention. Build on arrow receivers, nickel boron components, and if you find one a SR 5R barrel. I'm not sure. Are you drinking them PBRs, bro? I'm missing what you're saying here. Just because justification, not because they fear bulk ammo purchases. Okay, hold on. Although they hate me here, so many Hot Wheels get shipped random. Had the chance to buy a Knights lower for 500. The upper came up for 1,500 a month later. So dang, dude, that would have been even just as an investment. And obviously, we don't buy guns to resell them ever. But sometimes when you buy things and you hang on to them later on in life, you kind of reevaluate and you say, you know what? I don't need this right now. And then you sell it. So even from a standpoint of the gun retaining value, that would have been a great purchase for you and only you, and never to resell it ever for the GTF officers that are watching. Yeah, man. So I mean, look, the only way that I can justify this is this. I believe that Ghazi Super Duties, I have been sold on it, right? And I've been sold on it partially by the turkeys and partially by my own research as well. I believe that they do last longer than most rifles, and I believe they'll outperform most rifles in that range, right? I'm not saying that Geisley Super Duties are like the only way, right? There are a lot of other incredible companies around that same price. So I'm not saying that, but I've scratched the BCM gunfighter itch. I've scratched the whatever, right? The only things that are out there that like I really don't know, that I don't think there's enough data out there yet on, are like Sons of Liberty Gunworks. They look great, and I don't have enough, like, from the longevity perspective, I don't have enough information to come to a judgment on that. So I'd rather jump on the Geisley train now. Um, but for me to be able to afford that, I'm now going to have to look at flipping some other stuff too, to kind of supplement that cost, that money that I put out. So I will make it back. Don't worry. But look, hey guys, I love y'all so much. I genuinely care about every single one of you guys. I know I don't always watch the chat and all that, but I need y'all to know that I care about you. And I'm gonna ask you guys for something. I'm gonna ask you guys to do something kind for someone else. Contribute to someone else. Find somebody that just looks like they may need, something, like they need to be cheered up. They need to have, somebody be kind to them, and go be that person. Okay. Even if it's, you know, someone that you don't even know. Like today, I walked up to a dude that was it was actually kind of funny. I was in line at a convenience store because I have a slight Red Bull addiction. Um, in addition to the yes, that was a ball sack adjustment there. In addition to a crippling gun broker addiction, as Brendan Herrera would call it. I also have a slight Red Bull addiction, and I went to a convenience store today, and there was a dude in front of me in a construction vest, and he had a Gatorade and chips. Right, he walked up to the register. It was a black dude, kind of urban, right? I could tell he was probably from the city, from DC, because this area is, we got Maryland, DC, Virginia, right? And as he walked up to the register to pay, I'm in like business clothes. I walk up, and I literally walk up like this and put like my chest to his shoulders, and I set 4 Red Bulls down, and I'm like, excuse me. And he turns around and looks at me like he's about to punch me in the face, right? And I was like, excuse me, I'd like to pay for your items. And this dude was like, what? Like he was about to be like, what the like, and it was funny because I was like, I'd like to pay for your items. And he's like, really? And I was like, yeah. He was like, why? It's like, I just want to, I just want to bless, somebody today. So I want to take care of somebody. I want to show some love. He was like, dude, okay, that's awesome. Thank you. And he was like, I was also going to get cigarettes though. Is that okay? I was like, yeah, get a pack of cigarettes. And he was like, let me get Newport 100 soft pack. And I was like, you know what? Do you want two? You want two? Go ahead, get two. Right. And again, I'm not wealthy. I'm not made of money. I believe that a hand that's open to give is open to receive. Right. When you bless others, you become blessed. That's the way that I believe the world works. And I've seen it work. Right. When you give to others, when you don't have everything that you need, things just happen to work. And literally on my body, it says the Lord will provide. And I believe the Lord will provide always. Now, the dude was like, I was going to get a pack of cigarettes too. Is that okay? I was like, yeah, get it. Get two. Get a second one. So I'm literally like paying for his stuff and my stuff. And we're walking out, and he's like, bro, like I'm still like taken aback, like why did you do that? And I was like, look dude, I just wanted to bless somebody else. We had another conversation, and we ended up exchanging numbers and stuff, but the short of it, I was just like, look, I just want to bless somebody else. And he was like, well man, I feel like, like it's special, and I was like, it is. Now you go bless somebody else, right? So be that person that goes and bless somebody else. And I only tell you guys this stuff to I'm not trying to be like, oh, look what I did. Look what I did. I'm so cool and I'm so kind, right? Dude, I just want to show people that there are still good people out there, right? There's still people out there that are still willing to, get close to you, that are still, like a lot of times in my area, people literally still stay 6 feet away from you, and some fools are still wearing masks. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I just want to pull it back from their face and go, like, stop. We can get close again, okay? this season's flu isn't gonna hurt you that bad. Okay, probably be good for your weak ass freaking. Sorry, let me be a better person. All I'm saying is that we all have the ability to do that, even if it's like something small. Okay, even if you don't feel like you have the capability of doing that, giving is far more important because of the way that it makes you feel afterwards. And the moment that you connect the dots when you bless somebody else and you give someone, you contribute to somebody else, and then you walk away and you're like, man, that felt good. I felt great doing that. And then all of a sudden something happens to you and you get blessed. You're like, whoa, Dark was right. Dark was right. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Look, I love all y'all. I care about all y'all. And I just if the only thing, if I were to be, Hillary Clinton tomorrow, right? If the only thing that I could leave with everybody here, including my daughter, my family, you guys, like everyone that ever knew me, if the only impact that I made is a reminder of every time you hear the word kind, you think about me, and I was able to make at least a small impact on some people on a tiny little bit. 50 people are still in here right now. That little tiny group of 50 people, or the 4 or 500 people that'll watch this, right? If the one thing I do on this earth is to remind them to be kind and to live a life of care, compassion, and contribution and give to others, bro, I made it. Like that's all I need. Okay. So in the end, we can go ahead and wrap up now. Look, I love all y'all. I appreciate all you guys for hanging out. Again, from coming from a place of contribution, let's contribute to the companies that contribute to the channel and us, and that are super based and actually care about us and the community and care about the causes that we care about, right? Going back to the same companies like Tack Knives, use code DARK, get 20% off. Gideon, code DARK, or no, that's Glowies. Yeah, code Glowies. Anyway, all of it's in the description of the video, okay? So there are ways to contribute to the channel if you choose to, but not just throwing money at the channel, doing things where you would actually get a good, high quality product that you get to keep and retain and, play with like a fidget spinner forever and ever. Amen. Anyway, let's contribute to them because they contribute to us, right? Tack Knives, Goon Beam, Gideon Optics, AR Takedown Tool, all these other companies that have always been here to support us in this little, tiny little piece of the internet. I'm grateful for all y'all and for all them too. So in the end, let's go ahead and close out, and we'll close out the way we normally do, which is reviewing the rules together. Rule number 1 is to be kind. Okay. It is so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. Because remember, you never know what somebody is going through. Okay. I told you guys, August, I lost my job. Okay. I ended up getting paid through most of August, which was a huge blessing. But going through that and going through what I've gone through from August, September, and October, and I'm still like, I'm not out of the woods. Okay. What you guys see is not a direct representation of what things are. Okay. So it's not all sweet. So it's been an extremely challenging time, and I'm probably a few months out from actually pulling income from what I'm doing now, but I believe in what I'm doing, and I'm happy with it. So just remember that you never know what someone is going through. Okay. They could smile, they could be happy, they could be, seeming like they're happy go lucky, but you never know they're going through a tough time. And the impact you could have on someone's heart, right? You could restore their faith in the world by being kind. Sorry, I kind of broke from my typical lines there, but I'm just saying. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, and contribution. Give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed. A hand that's open to give is open to receive. Rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence. Make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate all of you so much. Love all y'all. Take it easy. Be safe. And starting 2 weeks. So starting December 1, I'm starting a gun club, and I'm going to start it in Virginia. And yeah, I'm not going to be all weird and be like, join my gun club, but I'm starting a gun club in December. So I'm putting things together for it now. And it's going to be a beautiful gun club. And this gun club is going to be way more than a gun club. Thank you guys again. Remember, be kind. I love all y'all. I'll see y'all later.